I am ready now.
Coming to you from the Radio for One studios in Franklin, Michigan. Welcome to the Detroit Cast.
Big fan. Big fan.
A show not just free of charge, but free of FCC regulations.
And what can we expect? Surprises!
Engineered by Jay Timko and produced by Eric Beatty. And without further delay, it's showtime. Please welcome the Detroit Cast. Here are your hosts, Mike and Jay.
Yeah, you got one? Nice. That's awesome.
Going around or what?
Kate, I already had the mics on. Sorry, everybody. We'll listen to that. Welcome to the Detroit Cast.
We have guests gagging.
Yes, that's the way it goes.
That's how we roll.
Supposed to make the guests laugh, not gag. We have a policy of making them all do a.
Here, let me see that shit. Oh, it hit the mic. It hit the mic.
Making them all do the smelling salts with us. And Big E is back. Welcome back, everybody. Did you guys enjoy your time off?
Dude, that was a long break. I forgot how to do this.
I did too. I don't know how to do this. It'll take us a minute to get fired back up. But yeah, welcome everybody to the Detroit Cast on a Monday. Kind of a somber day around here. We'll get to reasons why in a second. I'm sure most people know. But dare I say, a big show today. We got a running back mishap in the Florida game we'll get to. What is that up there about behavior? What did you write?
Assaultive behavior.
Assaultive. Okay, we'll get to some assaultive behavior at some point. Fucker right in the pussy. No, I'm not asking you to do that. I just mean you guys remember that meme that went around the net.
Hell yeah.
Yeah, we'll get to that, an update on that. Race issues. Stuart Scott died. Great news out of Bristol. Yeah, kind of a bummer. But we did you did mention we got people here. Gary, Lisa, Dan, welcome guys.
How's it going?
More people supporting the show. This is awesome. Thank you guys so much. We can't tell you how much the support means. And is this the last group that's coming in?
Got a couple stragglers.
We do?
Who, fell off another group because of other things that came up. So
that's
we'll have
right.
a couple more guys in, but
Okay.
yeah, this is the last main group.
Well, was it Lisa? I'm assuming you made the cookies? Yeah. Not that only a woman can cook, but I thought I thought
curls and heels.
Gary just loves to bake.
Surprising.
When he's not working on his Harleys, he's baking.
She's watching football.
Yeah. Well, they brought some cookies that were delicious, unfortunately, because that last thing I need is more cookies.
Well, the Prodder will be.
It kicked in hard. It kicked in hard.
I could literally taste the individual ingredients in it. They weren't like the normal ones that you buy at the store that are pre-made.
Yeah, or the ones that are dumbed down by, like my wife will try to make them healthy and put applesauce in it instead of shortening or something. And,
Yeah.
yeah,
They also brought some Harley gear for us.
yeah.
Which
Yeah,
is
these
nice.
two guys
Thank you,
work at Harley. Where at Harley? ABC Harley Davidson.
Nobody is gonna believe
in Waterford. What?
Nobody is gonna believe if I walk around with a Harley shirt.
No,
and I'm
no.
fucking driving a Harley in the parking lot.
Cobra on it. Do they sell that stuff at Hot Topic? Do they sell Harley stuff at Hot Topic?
He got a hot topic gift card today in the mail. E got more fan mail today.
He gets more fan mail than the rest of us combined. The guy admits to drinking piss on the air, banging hookers, which is kind of cool. All the dumb shit he's done, and he gets more fan mail and more gifts from people. It's
Everything from
hilarious.
monocles to pink cowboy hats.
A lot of gift cards.
I don't know.
People feel bad for. I don't know what it is. They feel bad for you.
Hey, I'll take pity. If I didn't have pity, I wouldn't have anything. Probably. I don't know.
By the way, I got a text from E over the weekend.
Oh god,
dude, do you try to sound retarded? Do you literally try to sound retarded? Do you even? You've got to be the only person on the planet who just sends texts out without reading them. Do you ever read your own text, or you just go rah, 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 send?
No, I don't. I don't have time for it.
You don't have time for it.
Don't have time for it.
Too busy of a guy, huh?
He's got to get somewhere.
I'm on a run.
Over
I'm
the
serious,
weekend,
I don't proofread text ever.
or over the time off, Beth and I went into Zott Ford. She was trading in her car, and she got a new car, and they were great over there. But we wanted to see E because E was working, and so she dumped her car on him, and it's got Detroit Cast stickers all over it. It's got a workout some shit sticker on there.
Guts and butts,
yeah. And so E sends me a text with a picture of the back of her car with the Detroit Cast sticker on it, and it just says, "I hope you buys this piece of shit. Used car likes the Detroit Cast, Drew Cast, and Guts and Butts, or does not mind those stickers on it. Ha ha." And I'm sitting here like for 5 minutes going, what is he trying to say? I hope you buys this piece of shit. I'm assuming you meant I hope whoever buys this piece of shit, right? Is that what you meant to say?
Yes.
Yeah. So I just wrote him back. I hope whomever reads this can read fluent tard.
I thought I was,
and there was no response from me. I'm surprised you didn't respond.
I was so excited to send that to you too when I saw the car in the parking lot, and then I just didn't know what to say.
Well, what was the first thing that occurred to you when you saw that car?
Actually, when I first saw it for a split second, I forgot because that was a few days after. Obviously, that
no, it was the day after. I think.
Well, was it?
Whatever.
Well, it doesn't matter. But honestly, when I first saw it, just like, oh, some car in the parking lot has a Dcash sticker on it, and then finally, like, oh, that's Buzz, obviously. So I knew I had to take a picture of it.
You told me earlier your reaction was, who the fuck would put that on their car? Again, just supporting the show.
Yeah, it's total support. Nothing like it. He's incredible, man. He walks in and Beth and I are in the showroom, and I'm still sick. I've been sick for like the last week since we did the last show. I got sick towards the end of the show, but we go in there and they're like, E, bring the new car around. And they didn't want to say that. I know. We didn't want to tell him we were even coming, but I forgot I'd mentioned it on the show the night before. So he kind of knew we were coming. And he comes walking up and what did Beth say to you? Like,
I don't remember.
She said something, and E walks in the front door. He's just pulled the car around. He walks in the front door and she's like, "You got my new car?" And he just whips keys at her. Like literally 20 yards. This is a customer that's just bought a new car and he's walking in. Yeah, here's your fucking car. Just chucks the keys at her.
That's what I said.
They didn't get within 5 feet of her and they just go sliding across the ground in the showroom.
There's probably even think about the fact that there might be other people in the showroom.
Oh, there were. They were actually really busy.
Did they usually let you into the interface with general population?
No, not. I do not. Mm-mm. That was a rare visit for me into the main showroom. I'm usually just in the back.
It's a rare combination where you've got a situation where E doesn't want to see anybody and they don't want him to see anybody. So it works really
marriage.
Well. It is
perfect. He's like, you're not even, that's the thing. He's not even kidding. It is perfect. I don't want to be out in the front and they don't want me there. So I just sit in the back for a few hours a day, mop some floors once in a while, maybe drive a car around and I go home.
He's like, I can leave whenever I want. I really don't have shit to do around here.
Jeez.
Oh, don't say this. He listens.
Oh, sorry. He's probably not listening to this one. He's probably took this one off.
No, I do kind of have it.
He did say that though, Steve. Like, there's not much for him to do and stuff. So you might want to look into that. Make sure you get on him a little bit because
I worked my ass off on Saturday.
Sounds like you're paying him quite a good salary to do a whole lot of nothing around there. So.
I worked my ass off on Saturday.
Did you?
From
9 to noon.
Yeah, right. 9 to noon.
8 to 1:30.
Oh, sorry.
No, it's kind of a weird situation because the other people just know I'm kind of doing this thing. So like they don't really know when I'm supposed to leave. So I kind of just leave whenever I decide I'm done with the day.
But people there are starting to know him as E from the podcast.
Uh-huh.
So I think
it is a little weird now because now people, they do come up to me and they're like, "Oh, Big E" or something. And I'm just kind of like, "Ah."
Don't you love that when people come up and they're like, I'm hilarious. You should put me on the show.
You asshole.
No. I get that all the time.
No, yeah.
You got to meet my uncle. He's hilarious. He's just like Delbert.
No, dude,
I know. I hear that from everybody. Everybody's got an uncle that's hilarious.
Which is honestly the reason why I didn't mind working there. But in a sense, I wouldn't find if nobody ever knew that I did anything because you're right. Then
there's somewhat of an expectation.
Right. Well, yeah. And then I do get people, you're talking about this on or whatever. Like, like they have Friday Jersey Day. On Fridays at Zot, everyone can wear their jerseys. They all wear football. And so I was like, you should have football day on the podcast. I'm like, well, we kind of just sit in a basement. So any day can be Jersey Day.
He's wearing his Lakeland 2002 cross country.
I don't want to.
And he's wearing scrubs meant for a 4-year-old.
Well, there was there was something over this.
Yeah,
until
was
I got
there a
here.
jersey?
Oh,
Certain
did
jersey?
you have
you
your
son
line?
of a bitch.
Oh.
Dude,
What
I
happened?
feel bad for you, E. I feel bad
It's my
for the
whole
people
life,
of
Jay.
Detroit, man.
Yeah,
You know, I want better for everybody.
that was brutal. Talking about the Lions game, of course. Did you see it coming? E? Did it hurt more because you didn't see it coming?
He didn't. He thought he thought they were going to win.
I thought they were going to win.
He was
I don't know,
excited,
that's what it-
especially after that start too. Who wouldn't think they had a good chance?
They did have a good chance, but
whatever. I don't know.
they-
He is so mad right now.
he is. Here's,
If we didn't have
take
the-
solace in this. They're not playing championship football.
I know.
They're just not. E. I mean,
But
they're
you
not
know-
a championship caliber team. Trust me, I've seen plenty of championship caliber football teams. A lot of people have. The Lions aren't one of them.
It doesn't make me feel any better. The problem is
I
you
know.
always think if they win the next game, you never know.
No, you do know.
You do know.
No, you
can't go
don't
to
know.
Seattle,
Yeah,
then
no.
to Green Bay.
No,
There's
yeah. Did you
0%.
really see them going into Seattle and
I
knocking
didn't,
off the
but you never
Seattle?
know.
It would have been very good and healthy though for them to win one game.
You're right.
You know?
any given
and-
Sunday, Jay.
And then you show some improvement.
Damn it.
Going to next year, you know, on a bit of a high.
Yeah.
You know, nobody can blame you if you go to Seattle and you lose. Nobody.
No,
Yeah,
you're
so
right.
that
You
would have
are
been-
right. If they had won at Dallas, it'd have been a road playoff.
But a
You know-
nice progression, you
right,
know.
something.
Yeah.
This is just bad. This might as well be fucking 97 with Mitchell against, or the fucking Philadelphia or fucking any of those,
Oh, that
teams.
was brutal.
I
The
mean,
Lomas
yeah.
Brown guarantee.
Oh, yeah. Ugh.
Don Mikowski at the helm.
Yeah,
Ugh,
it's Green Bay.
Fuck.
I actually, I swear to God, at one point
Mikowski.
today, I said to my friends, hate these words are going to come out of my mouth, but I was envious of someone like you who don't care like I do. It won't change, Jay.
Someone
It's
like
not-
me.
Yes. I said,
No, dude, I do feel bad for you. And everybody deserves better than that. You deserve better than going from 1992 to 2014,
it's
or 2015 now, hopeful that you actually win one.
in the NFL, the fucking, to me, the league that is set
turn
up
it
for
around.
paranoid.
Yeah.
Parody.
Paranoid.
It is set up for parody. It is set up for teams to freaking be able to rebuild.
Couple players away, you know.
And
Yeah.
since 1991,
I know. But look at the Bengals. Haven't won since 1990.
but they've been in a Super Bowl. The
Yeah.
Lions have even.
They got
like-
smoked. Not smoked.
Carolina
Lost
just won
twice.
another playoff game. Were they in a Super Bowl as a freaking expansion team? Or
They need to change that whole thing. The fact that a 7-8-1 team gets a home playoff game and the 11 and whatever 5 Lions are on the road is bullshit.
yeah, that's ridiculous.
They need to reseed or something come
Yeah.
playoff time. That's horse shit.
Get a guarantee. If you win the division, okay, you're guaranteed a playoff berth, but you should not be guaranteed a home playoff berth.
Yeah, I know. They need to look at that because it is bullshit. That call, by the way, that pass interference call that was given back. I've never seen that in a game, let alone a playoff game. I've never seen that before, where a flag is thrown on a pass interference. That was a third down play.
Right at the end there.
I've never seen
Towards
it
the
either. I've only heard it. I don't have cable.
Yeah, that's right.
What did we get in 15 minutes
Yeah.
before I said I don't have cable?
Forgot. Happy New Year,
Old
buddy.
bet.
Recycled bits already, huh?
I can guarantee you, Dan and Brandy were going crazy on it,
Well,
and they brought it up over and over, so I knew it was bad.
It was bad. It was exactly what you'd expect in a Lions playoff game, where you're like, what's going to happen? Remember that Green Bay game where they called back that safety in the end zone
Yes.
in Lambeau to keep the streak going, where the Lions haven't won in Lambeau?
Safety in an end zone, Mike.
Yeah.
It's crazy.
As opposed to a safety on the 50, you dick. Yeah, but it was like that, where it's like, what is going to pop up and fuck this team one more time? And I hate pointing to individual moments in games, but it's so hard not to when you're looking at the Lions. It seems like with the Lions, there's always things you can, like big moments in a fourth quarter
Dude,
on you're driving.
they had the lead at the point. They did. You're right. That's
was
not
big,
refs are
man.
never. I've never been a fan that will sit there and literally say a ref. Of course, they didn't blow the game. You could point out 100, but you're right. They were driving in the fourth quarter still with the lead still.
Yeah.
They get that first down. Oh,
Look out. They're already in field goal range at that point. That was a big penalty. And to call it, have the guy turn on his microphone and go pass interference on the defense, and then with no explanation at all go, we've picked up the flag. What? What? And it was pass interference. I mean, I just don't understand. I finally agreed with Mike Pereira, the official. I agreed with him a lot this weekend on calls that were like, I don't know where they're coming up with that. And usually I disagree with him, but he was even the guys in the booth, Troy and Joe, were like, pass interference textbook. It is what it is. Like, I don't know how you overturn that. I've never seen it before. And to act like
I've never seen it either.
Why is that, Jay?
Only heard it. I don't have cable.
Oh,
wow,
Go.
heard that before. I knew there were a few people like that.
I recently
out there.
heard Fox 2 isn't on cable.
Dude, I was desperately trying to get it with my HD antenna.
Yeah,
It wasn't coming.
You ruined my train of thought, you dick. Thank you.
You were agreeing with Pereira, and there was a big call. It was huge, as he said. And in a close game like that, when you're within 4 points, it does come down to that. You know, it comes down to plays like that, 1 or 2 plays, turn games.
Oh, and then they said, well, these refs, because they when you get to the playoffs, they change up usually there's a whole team that will do a certain game, and they mix them up, and they not an all-star staff like they do for the Super Bowl, but it's some they'll get like a different group of guys, and it's like Ed Hockley from this group and this guy from that group, and they were trying to blame it on like, well, this is what happens when you
continuity.
There's a new group of, as if
are the rules changed in other games because they have no continuity.
It's like what? All of a sudden they turn into morons because they haven't ref together, as if there's some team group going out there and reffing a game. It's like, you made a call, dickhead. Stand by your call. We all saw it.
Yeah, one part of the team was paid off, the other wasn't. Didn't realize it. I don't know, man.
Guys, you don't know
that is strange, and it is very Lion-esque, as you say. It's too bad, man. Too bad. You know, I have to mention my Sparties, dude, because the exact opposite.
How about the Big Ten?
In the same stadium, Jay.
Yeah, really. I mean, everything had to go right. I don't know if you watched the last quarter of that game, but
it was amazing.
My God, just the dominoes fell exactly right, and they pulled off a huge win.
Yeah,
that was sweet.
The whole Big Ten did. Was anyone surprised at Ohio State? I can't say I
wasn't shocked, but on the same hand, though, you're looking at a third-string quarterback going, how can they do this?
Yeah.
Not that Alabama.
Well, in the thought process, most people thought BYU should have, like the Michigan State, which is actually kind of awesome that Michigan State beat them because everyone thought they should, right?
Baylor.
Baylor, yeah.
I thought, Baylor, but they should have been in there, right? I mean,
that was the big argument.
TCU or Baylor.
Yep. And TCU stood up and made a statement, but Baylor failed miserably.
Well, they put up 41 points, but
failed miserably.
Yeah.
Well, did they win?
So the Spartans, as you've pointed out, lost 2 games this year.
To Oregon and Ohio State, the two teams in the championship. That's pretty amazing.
Did you see? Did you watch the? Well, I know you didn't because you don't. You do have cable. You don't have cable.
I do not.
You don't.
At this point, I do not have cable.
I thought I heard that from somewhere, but Jim Harbaugh showed up over the weekend in Baltimore to support brother John.
Let me say something about him real quick. How much press can his Twitter feed get? My God, did you guys see like over and over articles? Here's his Twitter handle. I was like,
well, because he's new to Twitter, Jay.
Just nauseating. The little bit of stuff I did on the internet this week, I'm like, well, how many times am I going to come across Jim Harbaugh in a story about his Twitter?
I didn't even see it. Did he just got Twitter?
Yeah, for the first time. Or
what was he tweeting?
I don't even know. I guess I should.
Nothing. You don't have cable, so how could you possibly see his Twitter?
No. The internet doesn't have anything to do with cable.
Oh, sorry. Neither does Fox 2, but whatever. But he showed up at the game. He was on the sidelines for the game, and he showed up wearing a Michigan jacket, and the NFL made him take it off and put on a Ravens jacket and a hat.
There's been players on the sideline that have, right?
Yeah, but he was wearing Michigan gear with an Adidas logo on it, and the NFL is Nike. So at least in Baltimore, I don't know if they all are. So he wasn't allowed to wear his jacket with the Michigan logo on it because it had the emblem of Adidas on it.
Oh my!
It's a war, man.
Petty.
Serious shit. That's serious shit.
I know it is, and there's billions of dollars spent on it.
But as if someone's sitting there going like, "Oh my God, there's an Adidas thing on the NFL sideline."
Yeah,
like, I'm not gonna buy Nike now.
Well, they made him ditch it.
If I were him, I just would have went to a nondescript T-shirt. You know what I mean? Honestly, just a blank.
It was
shirt.
chilly out.
Hasn't Nike completely steamrolled Adidas by now? I mean, you look at the Final Four football team. You know what I mean? Really the Final 8. Baylor, Michigan State, all of them. They're all Nike.
As they should be. I'm sorry, I can't stand Adidas. Ugh.
I like it.
No.
When you have to incorporate the 3 stripes and everything, you're in trouble.
Yeah. Not a fan. Nike's just so much. I think Nike just puts out better shit. No offense.
I just like the logo more than I like Nike's logo. I think the swoosh is overrated. It's done.
Really,
Done
you
with
like
the swoosh.
3 lines
Yes.
more?
Yes, I do.
Little, what is it? Those leaves
I
or
like the
whatever.
shoes. I
The
like
3.
I like when you have the shoes and you have the 3 lines down the center.
Yeah, but it's always like that mountain 3 lines.
What is
It's
the swoosh?
stupid.
The swoosh is stupid.
It's the Nike swoosh.
That was just some idiot who drew that. Remember, like or whatever.
Yeah. It's Jordan, man. Stuart Scott passed away too yesterday. Dead at 49.
Ugh.
I know we're supposed to do the whole like
Eulogy.
condolences and all that shit for
Thoughts
his
and
family,
prayers.
thoughts and prayers, go out to his loved ones and blah blah
Live
blah.
your life to the
Doesn't he have some
fullest.
daughters or something? I
He
think.
does. He's got a couple daughters. I can't bring myself to say that. I'm sorry. Stuart Scott annoyed the shit out of me. No offense. I'm not speaking ill of the dead, am I? Sort of, maybe.
Well, you are
A little bit.
but I mean,
It's arguable.
But would he want me to lie
No.
and
we
say
don't
that
want
I was
you
a
to lie.
huge fan? And
No.
I mean, I feel for his family. It's sad.
It
But-
is. Yeah. Whenever you go, that young, that's young. 49. That sucks.
Yeah,
Yeah.
Jay. You're staring out that down.
Did you see me making it to 49?
I hope so.
Yeah.
In all honesty. In all honesty. Does
Yes.
anyone in this room see me
Yes.
making it to 49? You do?
Wow, man.
Wow. Okay.
fucking hope so, man. Or else I should probably be looking.
Are
for,
you talking into the mic today, by the way?
No.
No, not really. Okay.
Sort of.
Hey, best ofs, by the way, before you get to that.
Yeah.
Were they good? Did we hear anything about
I haven't heard anything.
Yeah, I've been super busy and not on the social media
I
stuff.
don't have the email, so I don't know.
And
I'll
I
have to see
haven't-
if anyone
I
says
haven't
anything.
looked closely, but I think just given the list of things, I think they were solid, but I didn't listen to the production value.
Oof.
I don't know. I don't have the email, so I don't know what people emailed. All I know is that from if people put anything on Facebook, and I noticed people didn't. There wasn't a lot of count. I think I saw 1 or 2. There were.
Okay.
I didn't see any.
By the way, what is our camera angle of? I noticed I'm not in it. I don't think he's in it. I think Jay's
Hey,
in it.
it's the J cam.
Are we doing the J cam today?
Who's the guests?
Ta-da.
Oh, we're filming the guests. Is that what we're supposed to do?
That's their mood. I don't know why it would be different.
I got warrants.
I got warrants. One of our guests says warrants. Keep me off of the YouTube, man.
Do you think people want to just watch our guests sitting on the couch?
I don't think people want to watch you.
Lisa's head. I don't know how I'm going to do this.
How about you just turn it like a camera?
Is that good?
A little bit more. A little bit more.
Does it
Come
seem-
on, E.
Come on.
I
E.
can't see.
A little more. There you
This
go.
is-
Hey.
This is riveting radio, probably.
Well, I just looked up and noticed it. And I was like,
Noticed
wow,
that you
Jay
were in the
looks
picture?
great today.
You needed to be
No,
in the
what I
picture.
noticed was my paper was in it. Like I'm like, why is my paper? the
Jay
only thing
looks great today.
on- Look at that. Jay looks great. He's splitting right between the mics. It looks awesome.
Dude, you know what's
What?
about Stuart Scott? You're about to say like you didn't really like him that much.
Yeah, I just wasn't.
I don't know. I was
No offense to him.
I
but-
liked him, whatever, but they're playing so much of his shit yesterday. Like ESPN Sports Center literally for 2 hours was just remembering Stuart Scott.
Yeah.
And they played that big thing from him with the ESPYs last year, where he won the award for
The
strength.
Jimmy
or whatever.
Valvano
Yeah,
for
whatever.
strength or whatever.
But no, all that I thought of when I saw the whole speech again was he was just talking about, strength and, cancer, beating cancers, living well and fighting to the
Yeah.
end.
Yeah.
And he's talking about his daughters. Oh, my daughters are everything to me, and they're what's keeping me fighting. And then he kind of says, like, and the one's off to college, so she's doing her thing, her do her, but the 14-year-old's here. And he goes, why don't you come up here? I need a hug.
Yeah.
Like, no offense, but like all I thought was like you're in the speech and he needed to be like, come up here, whatever.
Never
her
know
name
when you
is.
need a hug.
I need a
just never
hug.
know.
Like, he needed that hug on TV in the speech.
Who's to judge?
Couldn't you-
You guys see that?
A massive mound of spittle. Massive amount of spittle just came. It was drool. I mean, it was literally,
That happens all the time, by the way.
it was just looked like a bird shit out of his mouth. It was massive. You guys caught that, right? Absolutely. I'm not the only one.
Is it really that much?
God.
Body.
I don't know what to do. What are you gonna do?
Yeah, as you mentioned, he accepted the award for the Jim Valvano. Who he died of cancer,
Yeah.
what, like 93 or something. Gave the famous "Don't quit, don't ever quit" speech, and the V Foundation, all that, blah blah blah. But one thing that Stuart Scott said in that speech, and you brushed over it, mentioned it. He said, "You beat cancer. When you die, that does not mean you lose to cancer. You beat cancer by how you live, why you live, and the manner in which you live. So live, fight like hell." But isn't that kind of the definition of
Losing?
I knew you were gonna go.
Of losing?
what? I mean,
So you're fighting something, which is cancer, and cancer killed him.
kind of won. I mean, not to be a dick, but he sounds like a sore loser.
It's like your whole
He
execution.
sounds kind of
argument.
like a sore
Well,
loser.
was he-
It's like, no, you absolutely.
sore loser.
But
He's hedging his bet, right?
Walters, you think he's pulling out the it's not whether you win or lose, it's how
Yeah.
you play the game?
Yes, he's hedging his bet. He's like, I might beat it or I might not. Either way, I win.
yeah,
No, you didn't win.
No,
You're on the
dude.
ground right now.
No,
well,
you,
not
like,
now, but-
by definition, you lost to. It was a stronger opponent. It just was. I mean, it's not a knock on you. I would lose too.
He was 2 for 3.
What,
He was 2 for 3.
what do you mean?
He fought it twice, and the third time it killed him.
Right.
Oh, okay.
So,
Went into remission twice.
Yeah.
Oh wow.
In 07 and
so I'm just saying,
2011.
I mean, but he didn't win the overall battle. He just
He won some wars.
won, yeah, but not.
He won some battles, but not
Not
a
the
war.
war.
He lost the war in the end. And it's not a shot at him. I'm not taking a shot at
You're
him.
so right.
Don't
Nobody-
twist it.
Cancer
I mean,
is 100%. Like
Yeah.
it's undefeated.
cancer is kind of undefeated. I mean, I feel like a dick saying that, but I feel like it, and I don't mean to call him out on a technicality or something, but it seems like it's,
No, that was
Like-
warranted. That was
like,
well read.
by definition,
yeah.
you actually lost that game. So we're not just going to go like, well, yeah, you lost in the scoreboard, but we're going to give you the win in the box.
Was it like a moral victory?
There are no moral victories when cancer's involved. I mean,
You fucking lost. Hey, you're right. What an asshole. He's
I didn't write this.
right.
He said this, so I'm just saying what he said, and I'm just calling him out a little bit. When you die, that does not mean that you lose to cancer. No, that's exactly what that means. When you die,
Yeah.
right?
Yeah,
Jay,
he's
correct.
trying to have it both ways.
Have his cake and eat it too, Jay.
Yes. With that said,
He's
best
so-
wishes to his family.
Yeah, and all that shit. Yeah. Should we
No.
give a moment of silence?
He won't be able to get a hug anymore. His daughter won't be able to hug him anymore.
Oh, that would now you went too far.
That is sad, man. He's got young kids. It's
No, I just thought when he was doing the speech, though, the fact
You
that
owe him an
he
apology. You kind of do. That was over the line.
well, if Stuart Scott wants to come take it up with me, he can.
you're a monster. Fucking monster.
I got to admit, I feel partly responsible for his behavior. I led him down this road. I kind of like, I had him on a leash and then I turned him off the leash and he just ran wild and we're going to blame the dog for that.
You can't create a monster to get mad when it stomps a few buildings, right, Jay?
That's really well put. That's exactly what happened there. Mike had the test tubes out, created the monster.
Then he got
You're
pissed
right.
and I got a little on the line.
This monster's out of control. He's crushing buildings and everything. He's being a real monster. Hey,
Oh, I'm sorry.
they finally, you were asking last time we were here, we were talking about the, who was the other officer who hadn't had the funeral yet? Lou?
Yes, the two officers in New York who were executed.
Yeah.
What?
No, go ahead.
No, you were going to talk about the one was finally buried. Because remember was it Ramos? Was that his name?
Ramos, yes.
Last week was buried, and it sort of begged the question: well, how long do you wait to bury the other guy?
And we harken back, if you will, to our boy Casey Kasem,
Yes,
who was gone
Months.
for months, 6 months before he turned up in
Shipping
Norway.
all over.
Is that body? Can it even is it possible that body was not messed up by the time they put it in 6 months? Unless they were.
Apparently, I mean, if they would have put him out in the backyard in the sun, it wouldn't have gone well. But they kept him in the FedEx
He would
box,
have
poked some
bloated
holes
up
in
and
it.
exploded.
Yeah.
Put him on the top of the roof like in friggin' what is it, summer vacation? They just put that dead grandma on the top of the roof.
Aunt Edna.
Yeah.
I don't remember that.
You don't
Yeah,
remember
they couldn't stop their vacation. Aunt Edna died, so they strapped her to the roof. And then
Oh
dropped
yeah,
her
yeah,
off
yeah. I'm
Did they
sorry.
just dropped it off at the house?
Her son's house.
Yeah. With
It
a
was
note.
yeah, with a note.
Well, Chevy, and she's like, should we talk about it? Chevy Chase did a little.
Yeah, he gave the little eulogy. That was
Was that the same one when the dog died?
yeah. When he dragged
Yeah.
the dog. Yep,
Yeah.
it was her dog.
Let's just go word for word of summer
Yeah.
vacation.
Yeah, he kept up for about a mile.
And Chevy Chase is such a dick when the cops say it to him. He's gonna like, yeah, trying to pretend like he's crying. He's like,
Gave him the leash. Well, remember last week, de Blasio was meeting with the union heads in New York because they didn't want them turning their backs on, they didn't want the cops turning their backs on de Blasio. They felt it was disrespectful and it's time to heal and all this. And I'm glad to report that the cops, by the thousands, turned their back on this prick, which is awesome. Yeah.
great.
They're like, fuck you. You're a piece of shit, and we're not going to show you the respect that you think you deserve. It was at Wen Jinlu's funeral, and they flew in the family from China and all that, which is what held things up when Ramos was buried like a week ago or whatever. Bill Bratton, the commissioner there, asked officers to not repeat the silent protest at Lu's funeral out of respect. But they were like, yeah, no, I don't think so, my man. Sorry about that. But they said they made no apologies for turning their back on him at the protest. Again, one cop said, de Blasio turned his back on us. I can't stand even looking at him. He has no friends here. By the way, Lu is believed to be the first Chinese-American New York cop killed in the line of duty. Little trivia question there for you.
That'll come up in
I know you were all
trivia.
wondering. Has a Chinese-American ever been killed in the line of duty as a New York police officer?
Yes, 2014, Wen Jinlu
Ding, ding,
executed.
ding. You're right. Killed in the line of duty. First one ever. Little known fact.
Mark that for when you're on Jeopardy, Jay.
Who is? Why do they have to ask the question?
I
It's such a-
don't. They'll fail them if you don't ask them.
Oh, I'm
Ooh.
sorry. You
I should have
put it
said
in question
who
form.
is, then you would have been right, even though you answered some
It's
question.
absurd. It's just this dumb little wrinkle that they continue to hold on to. You know?
Yeah.
Oh no, we give you the answer.
Yeah.
No, you don't.
Yeah.
Yes, you asked the question. We give you the answer.
Yeah.
Fucking stupid.
It is
Stupid.
dumb.
Who is?
Who is?
Who is Wen Jinlu? Ooh. Hey, nice article on our buddy Sharpton in the papers this weekend too.
This is interesting.
Yeah, not shocking. This guy, I swear to God, this dude needs to just go the fuck away. I'm so tired of Al Sharpton. He might be the person I hate more than anybody on the planet.
See, I don't. There's something a little bit likable about him. I don't
See,
know.
That makes me want to not like you.
Something sort of like to me. Just kind of like caricature, just a goofiness. Just, I don't know. Maybe it's that compilation we watched where he coughs up the hairball.
Or he's mispronouncing all the words.
Yeah, I've just seen him, go back and forth with Bill O'Reilly a bunch of times in just comical ways, and he's just a goofball. So there's something that I hate less than like the Reverend Jesse Jackson.
See, I would normally agree with you on this, except that he has the ear of actual decision makers and powerful people in this country.
He has absolutely placed himself in a position like that in the last few years. It's unbelievable. Sort of like, I lead this race.
Yeah.
And because I do, and because I have all this power over them, and I can influence them in such ways, you need to go through me.
Yeah.
It's amazing that he's put himself in that position.
It is amazing. And I think there are more black people than you realize fucking hate this guy.
Yeah.
And think he does nothing good for the cause, if you will.
But I think there's just such a leadership vacuum, and he chose to fill it. He jumped in, and he's like, I'm the representative.
But
deal with me.
He's the first guy to call someone out for their mistakes. Any hiccup that he can pin the racist tag on, he's the first one to call people out for it and hold them to the fire for it.
Absolutely. Yeah.
Yet he's got, his history is littered with shit that's just like, it would be not recoverable by most people.
Yeah.
Like
Well,
the gaffes he's made are right up there with anybody who's just a racist piece of shit.
it's clearly just business to him. He's making a lot of money off this.
But how does that fool a nation or parts of a nation or the president? The president of the this guy's been to the White House 25 times as a correspondent to Obama. on race relations.
He's inserted himself into this
embarrassing.
vacuum. I really believe that. I think he was smart enough, so to speak, to put himself up there as the guy to deal with. And he's spent the last 20, 30 years doing that, hammering away to get himself onto this pedestal.
I mean, this is a guy who spent years, like, most notably getting in fistfights with Klan members on the Robert Downey Jr. show.
Morton Downey. Yeah.
Morton Downey. Yeah. Robert
God,
Downey.
I forgot about that show.
Remember that?
Just
look it
chain
up.
smoking.
Yeah. Chain smoking, some guy with a Klan hood on there, and there's Fat Rev Al getting into a fight with him.
Morton would set it up. So what do you think about him, huh? I'm black guy. What do you think about that
Yeah.
white supremacist? White supremacist. What do you think about him? And
They'd go at it. Well, they've come out with this article that's just disturbing. And I don't know, maybe you would know more like what this is. If it's like a blackmail thing, it just seems really illegal to the shit that he does. And we're talking about his organization, the National Action Network. Can we get a phone number for the National Action Network, by the way? I'd love to call them. I want to call Nan. I'll explain why later, but we're going to call Nan at some point. But if you're looking to do anything in especially New York City, you almost need the blessing of this piece of shit, Al Sharpton. And for more than a decade, corporations have shelled out thousands and thousands, hundreds of thousands of dollars in donations, consulting fees to Nan. What they get in return for that is basically he'll shut up about you. He won't claim you're a racist.
it's a shakedown, man.
Totally. How is that
That's
legal?
like the mob.
It's like
It is,
It's like the mob
totally.
coming and going, hey, we won't, bug your business. You just
Yeah.
gotta give us 15%.
Sony,
Incredible.
remember Amy Pascal from
Yeah.
Sony? First call she made was to Sharpton. And basically what he guaranteed her was, I won't come after you.
Yeah.
And so now they're going to work on something like to get more minorities in movies down the road or some bullshit.
Do you think he even really cares? Seriously.
I think he wants money for his stupid.
Yeah,
That's my
money,
point, though. I
money
meant
goes to Nan, and Nan money goes to him.
I meant about
Yeah.
the minorities in film. Like in a sense, like you always say, he almost probably doesn't really want that to happen because
Exactly right. He wants the divide to remain.
Yeah. He loses if the divide goes away. Is that the number for Nan? Okay. I don't know what kind of hours.
yeah.
I don't want to rag on them for their hours they keep, but I'm assuming they're closed now. And I'm not claiming they're lazy. I'm just saying they're probably not open right now. That's all.
On a Monday morning.
I didn't claim any. You know what I'm saying? They're probably just not there right now.
First Monday of the new year. I mean, you want to kind of get
Well,
going.
you gotta
right?
ease in, Jay. You want to maybe a half day to start it off? You don't want to.
Could you imagine if Rev Al picked up? Hello, National Action Network. How you doing?
Shit.
And shit.
How you doing and shit? Happy New Year and shit. They said that Amy Pascal and her team were quote unquote shaking in their boots, afraid of the Rev.
Oh my God. He has no actual power.
I know. They've agreed to form a working group to focus on racial bias in Hollywood. Newsflash for you. If they think they can make money off the movie, they don't give a fuck what color or what sex or what anything the stars are. If people supported a movie made by an entirely black cast and it made millions of dollars, they would do that. Unfortunately, Tom Cruise sells more movie tickets than anybody else, and Brad Pitt. So their movies get made and do really well.
Yeah, but I sort of see their point. I mean, actors need to get traction. And so in order to allow that, you need to provide smaller roles. And like Will Smith, we used as an example when we talked about this before,
Yep.
For whatever reason, he was able to get traction, had the Fresh Prince
But he
thing.
did
He
it-
was in the music industry, and then he got into some smaller things, and boom,
Right.
he was given the chance and took off, and people
He was
like him.
given the chance just like Jamie Foxx and just
No,
like
you're right. That's
just
a good
like
point.
anybody else. Eddie Griffin, they give Eddie Griffin smaller parts and then they give him a starring role in this movie and it flops. It doesn't do shit.
Right.
So what are they going to do? Keep giving him big budget films? No. If you get the right script and it works, Bad Boys, whatever it might be, Men in Black,
Mhm.
it will launch your career. It's the same thing. It's not like nobody gave Tom Cruise or Brad Pitt or Johnny Depp roles. Like they picked out good roles. I mean, they didn't start at the top. They started with bit parts in shitty movies
Mhm.
and worked their way up. Look at Tom Cruise's list of
Yeah,
movies.
and Taps and
it's
stuff like that.
Incredible. If you look at the list of shit they
The
did.
Outsiders. Remember all those guys in The Outsiders? Remember that movie?
Yeah, absolutely. Johnny Depp in Platoon
Yeah.
and Nightmare on Elm Street and Tom Cruise going back to Losing It, which was hilarious. Look at Tom Cruise's movies from when he started to today. It's blockbuster after blockbuster after, like most IMDb's you go through and it's like, wow, I recognize that movie in 1993 and then I recognize this one in 98 and this one in 03 and there's a whole list of dog shit in there. Tom Cruise's, it's incredible. Everything he touches is blockbuster gold. Almost everything.
Not recently.
Maybe not recently, but
I
for
get your
20
point. Yeah,
years,
I
it was
get your
just,
point.
I mean, how, like, what do you want them to do? They're not trying to lose money. It's a business like anything else. So I just don't understand this whole idea of like people are holding people back in Hollywood. Give me a break. If they can make money off the gay guy, they'll make money off the gay guy. If it's the black guy, great. Give it to Jamie Foxx. Who cares? So I don't know. They say for Al though, you need to pay him in cash or power.
In cash.
You buy his support or his silence. Al Sharpton has enriched himself and Nan for years by threatening companies with bad publicity if they didn't come to terms with him. Put simply, Sharpton specializes in shakedowns. Shock, huh? And Sharpton now boasts a close relationship, as we said, with de Blasio, Obama. Once Sharpton's on board, he plays the race card all the way through, said a source who worked with him. He just keeps asking for more and more money. One example of his playbook has emerged in tax filings, which, by the way, he owes about $4 million in back taxes right now. So he's going to be asking a lot of people for money. In tax filings, and a state inspector general's report in 2008, this group, Plainfield Asset Management, the hedge fund, made a $500,000 contribution to the New York nonprofit Education Reform Now. That money was immediately funneled to the National Action Network. The donation raised eyebrows, although the money was to support Nan's efforts to bring educational equality. It also came at a time that Plainfield was trying to get a lucrative gambling deal in New York. Plainfield had a $250 million stake in Capital Play, a group trying to secure a license to run the coming racetrack in Queens. Capital Play employed a lobbyist named Charlie King, who also was an acting executive director for Nan. Sharpton has said that the Plainfield contribution went to pay King's salary. So that $500,000, about 280 of it went to this guy. Harold Levy, a former New York City schools chancellor, has denied the contribution was made to curry favor with Sharpton or anyone. But a year later, as the battle for this Racino, it's some racetrack casino, as that license heated up, Nan raked in another $100,000 from representatives of the AEG Group, which was the successor company to Capital Play. One member emailed another in 2009 saying Sharpton lobbied then Governor David Patterson. Remember the blind governor in New York?
Yeah. He starts laughing. Like, oh, yeah. Just about spits out his beer.
They lobbied him hard over the weekend on our behalf. This is what the email said. Sharpton lobbied him hard over the weekend on our behalf in order to discredit SL Green, one of the rival bidders whose plan included a Hard Rock hotel. An executive sent another email saying outlining tactics to conscript local leaders to its cause. We are going to need it. We are going to need Sharpton to piss on Hard Rock. So they're paying this guy to, God. Sharpton denied he's lobbied for them. The donations came at an opportune time for Sharpton, as Nan was deep in debt to the IRS in 2008. It owed $1.3 million back then in unpaid federal, state, and city payroll taxes, including interest and penalties. AEG viewed its payments to Sharpton as more of an insurance policy, so he wouldn't scuttle its chances of criticizing the group. Sharpton raised $1 million for Nan at his 60th birthday bash. That was back in October when he was holding those $20,000 a plate deals. I think it was at Morton's. Back in October, with donations rolling in from unions and a corporate roster of contributors, including AT&T, McDonald's, Verizon, and Walmart. Are you shitting me? Those blue chip companies would get involved with National Action Network? Wow. Companies have long gotten in line to pay Sharpton. Macy's and Pfizer have forked over thousands to Nan. As of GM, American Honda, and Chrysler, Nan had repeatedly and without success asked GM for donations for 6 years, and they kept telling them to fuck off. Then in 2006, Sharpton threatened a boycott of GM over the planned closing of an African-American-owned dealership in the Bronx. He picketed outside GM's Fifth Avenue headquarters. GM wrote checks the next week.
Yeah, so he just waits for the opportune moment. Like, okay,
Mhm.
you're not paying. All right.
As if they closed the dealership because a black guy owned
Hey,
it.
you never know. Like, you
Right.
never know.
No, I do know. And that's bullshit. And it's looking for an excuse to throw up the race card. Why does nobody? Am I the only person that sees this for what it is?
Oh, everybody sees it. And we talked about
Why
it
do they
during
put up with it?
during the Ferguson thing until that community gets real leadership who can fill that vacuum better than Reverend Al and Reverend Jesse, then it's going to continue that these are the guys that are going to be in power.
Yeah.
I mean, real leaders who care about the cause and really truly push the cause and not just look to profit.
Yeah. You're
But
right.
until then, those are the guys on the pedestal. But he's certainly much more than the Reverend Jesse at this point. Jesse
Yeah.
seems to have fallen off.
Yeah. Gone in the back seat. His group name, I mean, it's kind of getting hijacked by the gays, the whole Rainbow Coalition.
Right.
You know, kind of took a hit to the wheelhouse there, but whatever. Sharpton says, we support those that support us. We cannot be silent while African Americans spend hard-earned dollars with a company that does not hire, promote, or do business with us in a statistically significant manner. 2 months later, car company leaders met with Sharpton and Honda, began to sponsor NANS events. The protests stopped. Nice. He landed a gig as a $25,000 a year advisor to Pepsi after he threatened a consumer boycott of the soda in '98, saying it did not portray African Americans well. He held the position until
Oh,
07.
Pepsi?
Pepsi, yeah,
Was there not enough black people in Pepsi commercials?
I guess. It's disgusting.
Pepsi.
These
disgusting.
companies must see results in terms of profit, when these pickets happen and things, or they're not going to react to it.
That's
So the public needs to stop reacting to NAN.
Well, I want to call Nan and see if we can kind of do a reverse thing. I want to see how much it would cost to get them to show up at Radio for One Studios and picket this show. Like, I want to call them and just say, how much would it cost? I know we probably can't afford Al, but just to like get a group of you out here with picket signs and call me racist, not you. I don't want to drag the lawyer into this, but call me anything you want. Just make sure you're out in front of this house picketing.
Oh my God.
I want Nan here. Like, how much would it?
I want NAN here now.
Can we get him here for like $5,000? You think? You think we
So
can get like
worth it.
10 guys?
Do you
with
think they
picket
do
signs?
weddings or?
I don't know, but it sounds like they can be bought and paid for. I think we're going in a new direction with our Kickstarter funds.
How reroute some of those, are we?
But they've got to
Gary,
get
you don't mind,
cameras
do you?
here.
If we take your
How awesome would it be? We could all get out there and take pictures with the NAN group and their picket signs. Wouldn't that be great? Oh, it'd be a blast. I bet we could get some new. They got to be able to bring
That's the
cameras,
point, right?
though.
That's
Yeah.
the point. You assume the cameras are going to get here.
Yeah,
And they're
cameras would have to be here, but they show up and follow his dumbass around, whether he's got 5 people with him or not. Just get a tighter group
Right.
picture in there. They just don't expand the view.
You call.
You can't see there's only 10 people there.
Call them up.
I'm calling them.
on the reverse.
requesting a picket.
I'm requesting a picket from
I'm
them.
racist and I run a podcast and I'd like you guys to come protest it.
Yes.
To
It's
request
exactly-
to request a picket, please dial 3.
Let's call them. Fuck it. I'm not saying that they're. No, I don't want the. Well, I want to go big. I want to go New York. I want them to fly here.
That is New York, right? That's Harlem.
That's there's a Detroit branch that you pulled
okay.
up.
All right.
Because I mean, the thing is, obviously, you probably won't talk to Al, but
No, I bet we will.
there's a chances. No, but you gotta go. You gotta go to the national one if you're going to. He's not gonna be at the Detroit branch answering the phones.
No. Ow.
Oh, someone needs some glasses.
Shut up, you.
You're not wearing glasses.
Girl glasses.
I've been wearing. These are not girl glasses.
Your sister wears them.
Can't believe you remember that. I think my sister wears boy glasses.
No. Appropriately wearing girl glasses.
What kind of hours do they keep over there?
Hello, welcome to Partner Voice Messaging. Please enter the extension number of the person you wish to reach, or to reach the receptionist, press 0. Your call is being transferred.
Receptionist.
Here's a Dominique Sharpton.
Dominique, any relation?
Never Never seen Jackie spelled that way.
Your party is
Jacky.
unavailable.
No.
To transfer to another extension, press star
What?
8. Or to reach the receptionist, press
I already
0.
tried that.
Probably gonna have to call during business
Your call is
hours.
being transferred.
What are their business hours? Like noon to 3? Are they on the business hours?
Hey,
8:30 to 1:30.
hey.
This is an outrage. Well,
There's a hotline number. Did you see? Which number are you calling? You're calling
Your
now.
party is unavailable.
God damn it.
Did you call this one or did you call this one?
I called the 2121.
Call the
This
hotline.
one- this one's a hotline.
This is an emergency. We need to pick it now.
I have the number. Here, I'll write. I have the numbers on. It doesn't give the numbers there, but.
Yeah, write them down for me. I don't want to do Nan Ho J1. What kind of stupid number is that?
NA. You're searching.
We're looking for a vanity number. What's available? Well, we got Nan HOJ1.
OJ1. Nan Hoji.
We'll
Nan-
take it. Nan HOJ1.
What the fuck is that?
don't know.
HOJI.
We got to have ho in there somewhere.
E. Urban Dictionary. Look it up. HOJI. Or HOJ1.
Yeah. Ham and jit. There's ham and jit in there somewhere. Is that 4651? Is that what you wrote?
Maybe.
Is that dyslexic for 465?
No, you're right. You're right.
Okay.
Hoji, a person you don't like and ignore, but they don't know.
Perfect.
And still don't talk to you.
It really is in there?
HOJI.
Wow.
Wow.
Oh, that's HOJ1 though.
I know. But
Close enough.
Annoying Arb.
Hello. Welcome to Partner Voice Messaging.
What?
Please enter the extension
Wow,
number
sorry. I mean, it gave
you
two
wish to
different.
reach, or to reach the receptionist.
Why would the
Right.
hotline number? Why even have a hotline number if it's the same response? Well, yeah.
Hoji, a person you don't like and you ignore, but they don't know and they still try to talk to you. There are a lot of Hojis in my class. 10 words related to Hoji: annoying, Arab, bother, bug, ganjo,
Native
Indian,
Native American.
Irk.
Jesus.
Middle Eastern, peeve, and terrorist.
Hoji's in this room right now.
Shut up, Jit.
Watch out, or I'm gonna go ham on you.
Well, we'll try Nan tomorrow.
sure.
Better luck tomorrow, maybe. We'll get some picketers here, hopefully. Won't be for lack of effort on our end.
Hey, we got to mention with the shitty weather we've been having.
Yeah.
The snow's here. So get into a 2014 Ford F-150 4x4 XLT, only $269 a month at Zott Ford. Nearly 100 F-150s available. We have exactly what you're looking for. That's Zott Ford, SZOTT. Go see him. Big E himself. What do? You'll bring it around and throw their keys at him?
Yeah, I'll drive the car around and chuck their keys at them if they want.
There you go.
Whatever
I'm
they
gonna
want.
pass that up.
When do you work next?
Wednesday.
Wednesday? All right. 8:30 to 1?
Although it's funny because I've only been there, I think I've been there a month and a half, and I have to go in on Wednesday and request a personal day in a month.
Why?
Going to a concert in a month where I'm going to be gone on a Saturday, so I have to be.
You're such a nerd. I don't know why that's funny. You're just taking a day.
Well, I'm going to Chicago for it, so I'm driving all the way. To
What gay band are you going to see in
Pat
Chicago?
Green. I'm going to see Pat Green in Chicago, but
Ever heard of Pat Green?
but I have to take the day off.
Remember when
so.
you thought I was Pat Green?
No, but I did. The picture on my Facebook does. So
Oh, get in another time. Hey, new billboard up and this is kind of in our wheelhouse because we were talking about getting a billboard. Harrison, Arkansas, it's gone up. People passing through there along Highway 65 might see this billboard that catches their eye. It features a little girl in the words, "It's not racist to love your people." It's an ad for White Pride Radio.
oh my god!
I don't see it as being any kind of racism sign. And one of the residents says, Thomas Robb, director of the Knights Club of the KKK, which is sponsoring the
Why
billboard.
do they need a billboard?
I don't know. The message is white people
It's
have
like
the right
any
to
other
be proud
show.
of who they
They're
are.
trying to promote the show, dude.
Yeah. It's not racist.
The more
to
listeners
love
you
your
have,
people.
the more value it is to sponsors. Come on, E, we know this, right?
www.whiteprideradio.com.
Is that racist? What? I'm just asking the question.
Isn't
Is
it
that
like the diction?
White Pride Radio?
yeah?
Yeah.
It is.
Yeah.
Why?
I'm gonna assume that it's pretty divisive, pretty malicious shit that they talk on there. I don't know.
I
Just
don't know.
my guess.
I can't say. I'm just saying. Is it racist to love your people?
Whose family allowed their daughter to be on this billboard? Like, that's a.
I'm trying to figure out if this is racist or not, or if this is an issue. I don't.
No, for anything, I would say, are you serious? But then, like, what is BET racist? I mean,
Yes.
Black Entertainment.
Yes.
So
Yes.
this is too, by the way.
Well, no,
But what?
no, because this one's the white version, so it's okay.
Do you think there's any way that that's file footage? Just some little girl, her mom took
No.
her into some modeling
No.
thing, and they're like, "Oh yeah, you're so cute. Go be a model." A little fashion shoot thing, and then all of a sudden, like the white supremacists bought that from a central file database.
Just stock photo.
Yeah, and all of a sudden your daughter's up there. Oh shit!
Could you imagine? That's like,
The
yeah,
sweet pie up there. Oh
the guy that does the ad and doesn't realize he's being used for the AIDS
Yeah.
stuff. It's like, God damn it! I did one modeling shoot.
yeah, the herpes.
Yeah, the herpes
Billboard.
one. Yeah,
Exactly.
exactly.
The kid's frenzy there.
She is holding a brown dog. I mean, how racist could she be?
It's a stock photo.
It is.
It is stock photo. Holy
Oh my
shit!
God!
They pulled up just, dude. Oh, that
That's
sucks.
awesome.
That sucks.
Somebody took those pictures, just kind of like, oh, little Susie wants to be a model.
Oh,
Oh my
That's
God.
hilarious.
some photographer just.
Holy fuck! How did you even find that? Seriously.
I Google image searched girl with puppy.
Which is exactly what they did.
Oh my God!
She's got to have blue eyes,
Are
white
you
skin.
sure you didn't make that? Maybe he was a part of this.
Go ahead and put in a brown puppy. We're fine with that.
Now, I'm just asking, Jay. I just want some clarification as to like if this is racist or not. Why is it racist?
Well, if it's being divisive in terms of maliciously saying, hey, black people suck, Asians suck, which I assume. I don't know. I don't listen to White Pride Radio, but I'm assuming they talk about why whites are better than everybody else.
I kind of want
What
to
if-
check it out now.
What if they're just talking about the fact that I'm white and awesome? What if that's all they're discussing? What if it has maybe they don't like they're not saying black people don't listen to us. Browns don't listen to us. We are white only. I think they're being very inclusive. I think they would welcome another audience.
The not being frigging all
They say
caps.
it right in their sign. It's
It's
not
not, yeah.
racist to love your people.
With a heart, Jay.
and they appropriately use the apostrophe there. That's really impressive, honestly.
It is not
It is
racist.
not
yeah,
racist.
I totally would have thought they'd drop the apostrophe, but
Really? That doesn't surprise me with that group.
yeah.
What a snide son of a bitch.
What?
I'm not even gonna. Everyone knows what you. Well, never mind. I'm not gonna say it.
I'm just on the fence. I just don't want to like,
I like their tagline, love lives here.
yeah,
Yeah.
very loving group. I feel like the only problem I have with it is the leader, like the Grand Dragon, the KKK is sponsoring the billboard.
Yeah.
Like, but if you can put that part aside, I just don't know. I don't know.
I think in order to trump themselves up, they're putting others down. That's just my guess. It's kind of
But you
different
don't
than
know
like
that
the
for sure.
Italian American festival where they're, we're celebrating our Italian heritage. It's
Well-
not to the exclusion of others. It's just, Italy's great. Italians are awesome.
But you're making the assumption that
I
they're
am.
excluding
I am.
others.
I've never listened to White Pride Radio.
I want to check it out. Now.
So
I
you're not a
listen
very
to it.
prideful white person. I
Yeah,
get it.
Jay, you hate white people?
I didn't know you were so hateful, Jay,
Wow.
of your own people.
My God.
I'm ashamed of who I am.
Don't shy away from your heritage, Jay.
Wait, are you saying I'm white?
I don't.
I hadn't noticed. I don't see color. Don't laugh that loud. To the Astronom File. I think we're going to have to
damn
put this
it.
on the fence.
Damn
This
it.
is on the fence. New Astronom File.
Okay, it's a new
2015.
year. It's a new year. This will.
Oh, wait a second. You're not just flipping the Astronom file. You can't just flip it, you son of a bitch. You lazy son of a
you know
bitch.
what? I'm going to promise you right now.
It's a new year. Oh, fuck off.
I'm going
E.
to promise you right now that tomorrow I will
Mhm.
look at all every one of those things
Oh,
and see
Hey,
if anything comes
speaking
up.
of that, the Pigman gets going next week.
Yes.
Pigman is full on. At least last I checked, January 12th. So next Monday. Oh, it'll get
Did you
delayed.
send her pictures of your
naked? erect?
exposed erect penis?
Why do we always have so much trouble remembering?
I
that?
don't know, dude.
We always have to talk it through. We eventually figure it out.
Yeah.
but one of us always naked or
I know it's exposed and erect penis because he kept saying it, and that's where the did she send you pictures of her exposed breasts?
Why would he?
That might have been made up, but he did say that
is hard to tell,
your
right,
exposed
you're right.
breasts.
it's gonna be good shit, man.
It's gonna be awesome because there's so much like
That crazy
Will that
Pigman.
be on TV, Jay?
I don't know. But do you know how much weight that motherfucker probably gained in the last 3-4 months?
You think so? You don't
Oh,
think he's been
yeah.
working out in
Oh.
jail?
The Pigman?
I know. That's ridiculous. Probably not.
How did-
What else would you have to?
no, just a
Oh, I
smell.
know. But look at the Pigman. He's not
Yeah.
The
No,
pig-
of the physical stature. No,
he's not workout material.
No.
Is that what you're
It's
saying?
hard to look up the trial, Jay,
because
because
I
the
can never
pigment is-
remember his name.
I don't know what his name
Brian
is.
No, me
David
either.
Harris.
Hot Carl and
No,
Pigment
seriously.
is all I know about him.
Isn't it like Brian David Harris?
I just searched like dead baby hot.
I do
car.
too. I
Yeah.
do too.
Hot Carl.
Connor, was it? My baby,
Yes.
my little buddy.
Yeah. Did you pick up little buddy? Did you pick up my little buddy yet?
Something stinks in this car. I don't know.
Richard, something Harris.
in this hot Carl.
It is Harris. I think you're right.
Richard Harris. Something.
Do we have another read to do, Jay? And then we can take a quick timeout. We'll come back and we got some more racist people to talk about. Saudi Airlines. Yeah, a lot of stuff to get to.
Did you say you were in the other day with Beth? Did you
I
play any
was.
foosball?
Ping pong.
Yeah.
And I ate popcorn.
You were a little rusty at ping pong, by the way.
I was?
Yeah, you came over the other day at my new table. I don't know. You
What
looked a little rusty to me. Granted, you still kicked my ass.
I haven't played in forever. I
You
can't
were
even
there
tell-
too, Jay?
No, I was at home. I got a ping pong table for the boys for
Are you
Christmas.
serious?
Yeah,
That's awesome.
I know.
Yeah.
So
Love
Mike
ping pong.
Mike was over, and he schooled me, but not like he used to. He used to
Hell yeah. It doesn't matter.
Fucking-
if
It's
you
been
went-
a while.
Forrest Gump it.
I wasn't going to bring this up, but your paddles are subpar.
Oh,
I-
We got-
Jay.
yeah,
we got-
Jay, how do you buy a nice new table to get
I know.
subpar paddles?
Dude, he's got 1-star balls and,
Oh, my.
and StarCraft shit paddles, but whatever.
My kids
I
have
mean,
never played ping pong. They
you
don't
ever-
know any different.
If you ever
I
allow
could give
me
them frying pans.
Dude, that's like going out to play tennis and bringing a wood racket. I
My
mean, it just doesn't.
right, dude,
No,
Jay.
you
Now
got
you
to
know
get
what
the
to get me
nice
for my birthday.
paddles, and
If
you
I
got to
were-
get at least 3-star balls. I'm sorry, I can't play
I
with
don't
this
even know what
garbage.
you're
Balls
talking
are
about.
one thing, but paddles, my.
It's a nice table, though, isn't it?
It's a beautiful table. It is, but you might as well just wadded up a piece of paper and said, "Hey, here's the ball. Let's play." It made it very hard.
So you played
Very
at Zot
difficult.
when you went in?
I did.
I
Yeah.
love ping pong.
Who'd you beat?
I don't know.
You didn't beat
Some
anybody, did
customer.
you?
Some customers.
So they really have the ping pong and the foosball and all
They
that
do.
stuff?
Yes, they do.
Nice. And they really have
They
the
can-
hottest sales staff?
They do.
I wonder what would happen.
Who'd you deal with over there? Do you remember? Did you go directly to Steve? Or?
We went to Steve, yeah,
Okay.
and
Ooh.
and the guys that came in, we were
Okay.
dealing with them too.
Oh, Tara or whatever. Tara and Anthony.
Anthony, yep, Anthony was great. He's funny, man.
Yeah, he's pretty cool.
And she was sick. She was
Oh,
sick as
yeah.
a dog. Yeah, so was I. So it didn't really matter.
They have a new chick working
I-
there now too.
Do they?
Started.
I wasn't gonna say anything, but he could use some new paddles too. I gotta be honest with you.
Oh.
Well, you know
Dude,
what
Use
you're
some new
doing.
freaking
I'm
paddles.
just saying. I could perform better if I had better paddles.
Hey, a good golfer can golf with anything, man.
Well, yeah, but I don't
Wow.
want to get the
Ping
wood.
pong
I don't want to get the natural
wood
woods
shaft.
out. Yeah, I don't want to play with real woods. They got real stuff now.
Yeah, we're on the carbon friggin' fiber now or
That's right.
whatever.
So yeah, Beth went in there. She was extremely happy. They saved her like $100 on her on her lease. She had like a year and a half left in her lease, and they took
Oh.
that car right off her hands
What
and
was the
saved her
hurry?
money. 'Cause
Mileage?
No.
Was
She
it
wanted to take advantage of the deal that they had going for the end of the year.
Gotcha.
And see if she could save a few bucks, which they were able to do, and they swear they can do that for any Detroit Cast listener. So go check them out. They were, I hate doing a commercial like this. It sounds like that, but we really were in over the weekend, and so yeah, it went well. And we got to see Big E. That was the highlight.
Yeah, I mean, you're right. You're saying like, oh, we were. I mean, you're right because we both saw each other. So
Yep.
I have a picture.
You have a picture of it?
Oh no, well, I have a picture of the car
Oh yeah, of Beth's.
sitting in the parking lot.
So anyway, let's take a quick break, and we'll come back and we'll talk about Revlon CEO, a little bit of hot water, and some airline changes to the Saudi Airlines coming soon. So we'll get into all that and more next.
The Detroit Cast continues after this short break.
Hey there, it's Steve Gabarra, the general manager at Zod Ford and Holly. So Christmas is over and Santa didn't slide the gift you want down the chimney. No worries because Zod Ford has you covered. New 2015 Mustangs, F-150s, Fusions, Explorers, Focus, and Escapes. We got them, and we have smoking hot auto show deals too. So stop pouting and head to Zod Ford on I-75 at exit 98. We have over 500 vehicles available to make all your wildest dreams come true. Check out our massive inventory at zotford.com.
Detroitcast continues now, bitches. Here's Mike and Jay.
Alrighty, welcome back to the Detroitcast on a Monday. Happy New Year, everybody. Back from the extended time off. I didn't even ask you guys, did you do anything for New Year's?
You know, I spent the last week, not to bore you, but working on Gab's warehouse.
I appreciate that, by the way. Thank you.
So, dude, I've just been grinding it, and including that night, I think I got home and just went to bed at like 9:30.
Really?
It's brutal.
Oof. E, did you do anything fun?
Well, I went to see the Campus Martius where they dropped the D.
Campus Martius.
I know. I can't talk. I can't do that voice. I cannot do the gay.
No, you're getting good at it, though. Try
No,
it.
try it again.
Campus Martius.
I really can't, like.
You can. I bet you can.
No, I can't. I can't, like,
Do
drop
your
my
best
voice.
gay voice.
My best gay. I don't know.
No, that was good. No, that was good.
Campus Martius. Oh, I don't know.
Yeah. No,
That's
that was
You're
good.
right on. No,
I
you're
can't
right on.
drop the voice down. I really can't. I
Who
can't.
knew that E did the best gay voice in the whole house? That's
Yeah.
awesome.
Ooh.
That's good. Yeah.
No, I went and saw the D drop. I don't know. What?
Nothing.
Anyway, then I don't know. I got a little toxic, I suppose, or whatever. And I found out now that
A little intoxicated or whatever. Did you get shit-faced or what? You did, didn't you?
I didn't realize. Well, the thing what happened is because it was New Year's and
They were serving
I
alcohol.
was at the bar.
Mhm.
And I started looking at the clock going, it's 1:30. I'm like, oh my God, I need beers. It's about to be last call. So like at one point I went up about like 4 beers from the bar.
Nice.
And then all of a sudden an hour later I realized we could still buy beers. And then all of a sudden an hour later I was at the casino and you could buy beer till 4 a.m.
Really?
So I didn't realize. I just recently took advantage of apparently the new law is that you can stay out till 4, drink till 4.
Nice. Did you hook up at all? Did you find a piece
You
of
must
ass?
have, right? You must have.
Yeah. Did you kiss anyone for New Year's? Who were you with?
I was spotted with Chubbs.
You were Chubbs. So you kissed Chubbs
Well,
for New Year's?
Actually, like I was with my 3 favorites, man. Chubbs, Ty Chun Gross, and then another my buddy Matt. I actually
Wait. This third guy, who's the third guy? Matt, what's up with Matt? Because is he one of the ones in the Tinder photo?
No.
It's
yeah,
you,
he was in that. He was in that.
Ty Chun Gross,
Chubbs,
Chubbs.
Chubbs wasn't in that picture.
All right.
Picture, whatever.
Yeah.
I can't say it right. Whatever. Deal with it, I guess.
No, I will.
So Matt's the fourth guy then.
But yeah, and I did kiss Matt for New Year's.
Oh, nice. Congratulations.
As a joke.
Congratulations.
No, but I did.
As a joke. Sucked his dick as a joke.
I did get. You might be. This might bum you out, Mike, with your pride and all. But I did.
My pride.
I did get a young African American lady's phone number.
Why would that bum me out?
Well, you seem to.
I just calls him as I sees him. Inconsistencies in the media drive me nuts.
Yeah, no.
I'm not racist against people. Believe it or not, I judge people based on the content of their character, as Dr. Martin Luther King asked me to do.
I know.
Ooh, is my face red?
I know.
Seriously,
I
that's
know.
all you can
I'm
ask of someone. I
know.
judge you based on the content of your character. And if your character says that you're robbing a fucking store 5 minutes before you're murdered, I'd maybe just hold you partly responsible for that. Sorry.
I know.
Call me crazy.
I know. Well, I got her number, but it's not been good luck since then. I texted and
Really? So
denied
wait,
it.
how did your game go that night?
I don't remember fully. I remember
You got a number.
I remember I was going up to the bar and I saw 3 girls. It was 3 of them, and I started talking.
Give me your number.
Did you say she was Asian?
Why not?
Did you say she was Asian?
No,
Nope,
black.
Not,
Ooh, me
no.
sorry, me no speaking Chinese.
Nope, that's actually not even close. In fact, I texted her again today, and she didn't get back to me.
Oh, that's unfortunate. Write down her number for me.
Why not? Right at this.
What's her
point?
name? LaFonda?
I don't know.
Come on, while we're young.
You know what? I don't even remember her name. Actually, what happened was
You don't remember her name?
No. And actually, what really
What
happened,
did you put in the phone? Black girl? African American girl.
No, I just have a number. But what actually happened was
Wait a minute.
Let me
Wait,
explain something.
this is kind of critical if you're trying to go out with someone. Like, at what point were you going to get said information about this individual?
well with texting these days. I don't know. You just kind of whatever. I would say this is how I got the number. Actually, by the way, I had I don't know.
You stole her phone?
Well, I had a rapport with her going, I guess, a little bit. But then she went to the bathroom, and I told her friend that
313 number.
I told her friend that I liked her friend, And her friend decided that I was of worthy value for her friend, so she gave me her number.
You're a smart motherfucker. That's right.
Exactly. God, what did she pick up?
Fingers crossed.
Oh my God.
What?
The number you dialed is not a working
I'm
number.
so sorry.
Please
I'm
check the
so
number and
sorry.
dial again.
Oh,
There must have been some mistake.
Yeah.
She must have transposed the number somehow.
Oh,
clearly some sort of error.
no.
Maybe she didn't pay her bill at the end of the year, and
This is a big
her
bummer. I
phone
thought that-
service
No.
only extended through the 31st.
Maybe.
She must have thought it went to the 1st, but it didn't.
This is
Perhaps I misdialed.
No,
Maybe this
I
was
doubt
my
it.
bad.
No,
Maybe this is
no.
my bad. Let me
It's
try it
the right
again.
number.
Let me try it again.
Bummer, dude.
No, I'm sure she gave you a legit number.
Let me see the number.
All right, break off the beeper number, nigga.
The number you dialed is not a working number.
Ooh.
Please check the
Yeah.
number and dial again. El número que marcó no está en servicio. Verifique.
Did you write it down right?
I think that's right.
Ooh.
Yeah, that's wow. That's
Ooh.
oof,
When was New
some
Year's?
sort of mix-up or
Lisa, have you ever given a guy a bum number? Yeah, like Big E, right? If Big E hits you up for a number, you just to make him go away, you're like, yeah, it's 313.
Yeah, that's the right number. God
Oh.
damn it.
Gee, I wonder why she didn't text you back.
Oh, fuck yeah.
Oh, E, that's a bummer.
Dude, that's news to me right now. Like, I kind of.
he's been texting this number.
Like, at this point, I just
What did your
thought-
text say? Read your text, you son of a bitch. What are you writing this random non-working number?
Oh, I hate myself so much.
You did say she's Asian then?
No.
I don't feel like Chinese tonight anyway.
Why would. No. This is what I sent. I said, hey, what's up? It's Eric from last night. It was cool meeting.
Well, perhaps some other time.
She'll probably get right back to you as soon as she gets her phone hooked back up.
Shut the fuck up. Dude, I was all.
What did the
excited
next
about
message say? You wrote her
just,
twice.
hey, what's up? I just today. Once again, hey, what's up?
Hey,
Sometimes,
what's up?
Well, sometimes I've noticed.
Just gonna go, you.
No, this is gonna.
What's
be,
up, you?
Well, this is gonna be a bad admittance on my part. But when I've gotten numbers from girls in the past, and I'll like sometimes they wait the next day or 2 days, whatever. And you're like, hey, what's up? It's Eric from a few nights ago. And if they don't get back to me, what I'll do is I'll wait like another few days and just say, hey, what's up? I was hoping they'll just get back to me, forgetting who it was.
Are you asking me out on a date?
Trying, but she didn't give me the right number, I guess.
Have you ever gotten a bum number?
No,
Me either.
all operational.
Fuck you, Jay. I don't know. Like-
honestly, honest to God, I've never gotten a bogue number from a girl.
Well, to be fair.
No offense, I'm not calling you out
To
for
be
it.
fair, she didn't type that number in. I did. And I'm
Yeah,
not
there
so-
had to be some mistake.
I'm not suggesting. Well,
Dude, I'm being serious.
There's
E.
a real good chance that I could have fucking
Yeah,
write that
knowing
in
you,
wrong.
yeah, I agree. You probably typed it in wrong.
But probably not.
No, you probably
not. But
did kinda,
whatever.
maybe.
I mean, I suppose anything's possible, right?
Yeah,
It's very
You know,
possible after
Anything's possible.
4 a.m. I got that number at 4:16 in the morning.
Are you that ignorant?
Well, all right.
Well,
Well,
whatever. The point is, I don't know. It is what it is. And
that's too bad. Well, if you're listening,
you
know who you are.
I was wearing this Pistons cap.
You know the one out on New Year's Eve.
Yeah, you know.
You know who you are.
You're digging me. I was digging you.
I'm bummed right now. I mean, if she didn't get back to me, that's one thing. But the fact that it wasn't even.
Well, we saw Eric's drunk game when we were out with him that night.
Oh my God, very solid. Yeah,
Yeah.
very solid.
Yeah, he would be he would be tough competition for any guy out at a bar. I mean, he really, really would.
Yeah, what are you gonna do?
So what was wrong with her?
What do you mean?
Was she seated the whole night with the chair with wheels on it or anything? Or
You asshole, dude. I don't know. I swear
did
to
she refuse to stand up for the ball drop or anything? Or
I gotta be honest. I don't know how else to say it. I don't even remember how I got talking to her. I just remember we got back. We left the club I was at 2:45 in the morning, and one of my next memories was my next memory was buying another beer at the bar, and my next memory was talking to this chick. So I don't really remember how I walked up to her, but it was 3 girls. And I do remember what I do remember is trying to over let these girls know that I wasn't racist by bringing up how I like Dr. Dre.
Overlap these girls. Dude,
I'm like, I like rap, but not just white people.
I've got black friends.
you want a cookie? You did not tell a black girl in Detroit that you like Dr. Dre.
You.
You are an asshole. You are an asshole.
You know, I enjoy that Dr. Dre character.
What did this young gentleman do?
That Andre, that Dr. Andre. He's quite a performer. I enjoy his work.
The good doctor.
Well, I had a very visible conversation. I remember.
Very visible. Go. Finish your thought. Finish your disjointed thought.
That I just like music, and it doesn't matter who they are. Like,
yeah, that's very progressive of you.
Yeah.
Like I don't like Nicki Minaj.
You don't?
No.
But she's African American.
I know, and I said it's not because she's black that I don't like her.
You said that to her.
Maybe that might have came out of my mouth.
Yeah, there must have been something. You just typed down the numbers
It
wrong.
had to have been,
Clearly,
yeah.
it's all
it's the
arrows are
only
pointing to that.
explanation.
Yeah, it's the only thing that makes sense. Does your? I imagine that the way you speak perhaps changes a bit depending on what group you're talking to. Like if you're talking to an African American, I imagine there's a little bit of and there's a little bit of game and a little swagger to your talk. Maybe just a little bit.
Not really.
Mm.
I just kind of play it straight up how I do it. I guess I don't know.
You really think he can pull that shit off?
No, I don't. But I think he would try to like fit in.
No,
look
walks
at
up
you,
with his
sisters.
pink cowboy hat on.
Did you wear the pink cowboy
No,
hat?
I was wearing this Piston hat, but
Mm.
I don't know. Whatever. It was a fun night. I don't know. I didn't go to bed like 7:30 in the morning. So
I friended on Tinder. I yesed like, I don't know, 20 fat black women. Did any of them like you back?
No, they did not.
I'm
Shocking.
shocked at that. That's
I
too
can't
bad.
even get that. What are you gonna do?
You're big fans of Revlon, the makeup, right? In this room, big fans.
Yes.
Yeah.
I don't know.
I specifically wanted to bring this up, Jay, because of your background, dealing with lawsuits. No, not aerobics.
Aerobics, you son of a bitch. It's not aerobics.
Dealing with disgruntled employees and work-related issues.
Bullshit lawsuits.
Yeah. The CEO of Revlon, there's been a lawsuit taken out against this guy, Lorenzo De Medici.
What do you think? Extra cheese.
He's apparently made comments back in 2013. So this guy, a former top scientist, Alan Myers, said he was ostracized because of his Jewish heritage.
Isn't that funny that they have top scientists at Revlon?
Yeah, I know.
They're top scientists.
Coming up with new nail polishes and shit.
You're right.
Really?
What is there like? What's a daily life of the science?
New waterproof blush or whatever? I don't know.
It's the big developments down the line.
Yeah.
The Clark Griswolds of
Yeah, like the cooking spray.
Del Pani, a native of Italy, told Myers he was shocked, quote, that there weren't more Jews at the company because the biggest shareholder is Ron Perlman, a prominent Jewish American. Jews stick together, he quipped. He also added, thankfully, Perlman is not like that anymore. Del Pani also said he hates living among Americans, whom he called small-minded and dirty, and he can't wait to get back to a real country. He later allegedly went on an anti-American tirade in which he said the U.S. is getting closer to being like ISIS. He also claims Del Pani made a racist comment after a meeting a South African, or when he was in South Africa, he said he could smell a black person when he entered a room. Now, that's quoted, but does he mean he could smell this particular black person when he walked in the room, or he could just smell a black person when he walked in the room? I think there's a difference. Like if some guy comes in wearing a ton of Axe body spray and you go, I could smell that black person when he walked in the room. Maybe not the most politically correct thing to say, but perhaps we could all smell that African American when he walked in the room. I don't know.
I doubt that's what he meant, but
maybe. Go on.
Continue.
This guy says he had it out for him and for having red flagged some safety issues. Lots of safety concerns as a top
He's a
scientist.
whistleblower.
Yeah.
This gives rashes. It causes awful cheek rashes.
This blush is out of control.
We can't let this get to market.
We can't let this get to market.
He was fired last month after he complained about the issues and his treatment. Revlon says that Myers was a disgruntled employee who did not perform up to company standards. And
There you go. There's the push and the pull.
Yeah.
See it a million times every day.
He says that the tirades and the tormenting that he went through at the hands of Del Ponte.
It's caused great
Eventually
emotional
became
harm.
outright bullying. He described one incident where he was allegedly forced by Del Ponte to act as a human easel during a high-level meeting. He was instructed to hold a whiteboard, which covered his entire upper torso and head for
That's
approximately
humiliating.
30 minutes.
Oh,
How will he ever get over this? He saw this as demeaning because he was supposed to be part of the leadership team. Here's where he loses me. Like, I'm all on board for whatever, your silly lawsuit, but he says stress from the ordeal forced him into the hospital with chest pains.
oh gosh.
Dude, I've seen a lot of these, and a lot of them say that.
Really?
People actually go to emergency rooms and
Just to be able to say they went to the
to be able
emergency
to put
room.
that marker in the sand, to be able to create that medical record.
Mhm.
I don't mean to be cynical.
Yeah.
There is discrimination. There is stuff like that out there, but dude, I've seen a lot of it, and 9 times out of 10, more than 9 times out of 10,
99 out of 100?
it's bullshit.
Really?
Somebody didn't perform and they got fired and they're pissed and they're lashing out.
Mm-hmm. This sounds to me like there aren't many situations in life where you're at work and someone you don't know or you don't get along with in general is going to make comments that are out of line or what could be looked at as racist. That's something you say amongst the company of friends or what you think are friends, people that you're relaxed enough under that you could make a snarky comment about shitty smelling Americans or I can smell that black guy as soon as he walked in the room. That's not something you would say to the fucking tight suit over there who you don't really know, who's kind of a prick and doesn't like you anyways.
Who you're probably going to fire in a month because you don't like his
right.
work. Yeah.
Right.
No, you're right. Then not a lot of people are that bold to do that, you know?
And maybe a CEO would be, but honestly.
But on the other side of it, you go, they don't get to that level without being somewhat sophisticated about this shit and know when to shut the fuck up, especially if you're not around your tight group that you can trust and talk that way. And
every CEO I've ever met is very buttoned up and professional, even in media circles where it's not such a professional environment in a lot of respects.
Yeah, and
no disrespect meant, but
they're out there. I've come across some where I'm just shaking my head, going, "Really, dude? You attained this position with that sort of attitude?" And but again, 99 times out of 100, the ones I've seen are.
And I'll be clear, bullshit. I have no problem with what he said, anyways. Just me personally, he talks about smelly Americans. Like, great, good for him. He's entitled to that stupid opinion.
What is he, Italian?
Yeah. It just doesn't mean much to me. I just don't find offense at that personally, but it smells like a bullshit lawsuit. He can smell black people walk in the room. I can smell a bullshit lawsuit.
Yeah, we should get the complaint. I'll bet there's some good
accusations
out of there.
Some lawyer speak.
Yeah, probably. And then we got a Saudi airline, literally Saudi airline. They're reportedly considering segregating their passengers by gender.
Someone behaving badly.
Well, Saudi, the national airline, is considering seating male and female passengers apart from each other. According to the Emirates, the airline has cited complaints from male passengers who don't like unknown men being seated next to their wives when they fly.
What?
I know.
Like, you're sitting with them too, right? Like, you're.
The assistant.
No, if they're saying they're not with their wife, like unknown men.
I was under the assumption like it'd be like if you and Gab are traveling and there's 3 to a row and you're like, I don't want another guy.
Yeah, I think that's what they're saying.
Is it?
Yeah.
Okay.
How did you take it?
No, I took it as
like
my wife's flying without me. I don't want to think that my wife could get on a plane and sit next to some unknown man.
Yeah. Well, I think both.
Jeez.
I think both. Yeah. There are solutions to this problem. This is a marketing manager.
Trust your wife.
Yeah. I mean, don't, like.
She's probably dressed like a fucking Glad trash bag anyways. I mean, it's not like people are looking at her going, wow, I'd like to get in there sometime.
Your last murder suspect.
Yes.
Look at those ankles.
Perfect picture of her. Yeah. Look at those smoking hot ankles on that trash bag sitting there. Gorgeous. Look at Grimace. I mean, what are they? No one's checking out your woman. No one cares about that thing, whatever that thing. Nobody knows what it looks like.
Here's the bottom line. If you're so worried that your wife is getting on an airline, if it's the way Jay thought it was, and it's like, oh, my wife is traveling by herself and she might be, you're so worried that she's getting on an airline sitting next to a strange man that something might happen. You might have you're maybe a few ticks away from like the perfect relationship. I don't know. Like,
I'm with you.
So the marketing guy for this airline says there are solutions to this problem. We will soon enforce rules that will satisfy all passengers. The airline will supposedly begin having airport staff assign separate seating for men and women unless they are closely related. What does closely related mean?
It's all gray. We need bright lines. This is
Absolutely.
what a
By the
pain
way-
in the ass this would be to go and fucking.
stupid culture.
Plus, that's the only reason. That's the only thing I ever hope for when I'm on a plane is I'm gonna end up with a chicken
Hot
somehow.
chick sitting
Right.
next to you, of course.
That's the only,
You're like fate, righty?
right. Like on the movies.
They say it's not only Muslims that are complaining and concerned over seating assignments, but also Orthodox Jews. An LL Airlines flight in September from New York to Israel was delayed because some men refused to be seated next to women. Their faith forbids it. But they're asking, where do you draw the line? Because the federal aviation regulations have rules about this, about disrupting flights. It's a felony. So
Right.
if you hold up the crews and delay flights because you don't want to sit next to a trash bag, I mean,
Well, they're not.
now
no,
you're
no,
just
no.
being a dick.
What's happening is they're not sitting next to their wives, so they're probably sitting next to Americans, and they don't think. I think they're so used to the trash bag that they're too worried.
Yeah, they're
That if
probably,
they sat-
holy shit, look at that skin.
I could
A
see her
face.
forearm.
Hair.
Trust me, she's not checking you out, dude. Don't worry. You're not. In December, Delta Airlines Flight 468 was also delayed for the same reason. Was finally resolved when an American passenger offered to switch seats with the man who was assigned to sit by a woman.
You picture that. You just want to go home. Dude,
Dude.
fine. I'll sit next to the woman. Jeez, get the fuck out of here.
What is going on in that religion? You can't even sit in the same in an air. How about you don't fly then? How about you kick on your shitty sandals and fucking walk across the desert, dickhead? How about that?
Yeah, take
Instead
it.
of worrying about what some woman, she's not interested in you anyways. Trust me. So why are we catering to this shit?
What is gonna happen? You're just sitting in the freaking row for about 45 minutes.
What is,
to
yeah, what does he
3
think's going to
hours.
happen? She's just going to reach over and give you a hand job? Is that what he's thinking? What is being shoulder to shoulder next to a woman going to do?
You're right. Like,
Are you going to burst into flames? How sexually repressed are these people
Yeah.
that they're that concerned over it? My God.
self-control? Jeez.
Ugh.
Right, Jay?
It's so
Seems-
bizarre that you can't just get on a plane and sit there and
Stare at the
fucking
freaking
sit there and read a book or something.
Uncomfortably like everybody
Yeah.
else.
like we all do. Just
I'd find the screaming brat and sit him next to him. It's like, here's our solution. We'll take the chick away and we'll put baby here and you deal with it. Fucker. God damn it. It's infuriating.
sit next to a garbage bag.
The holes poked in the eyes. Ugh. I just don't understand it, man. In multiple planes. People have different ideas about what women are. I think some people were just born in the wrong century. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Like some people were just born in the wrong. Like there was a time
That
in this
view
world.
plus airplanes don't mix.
No,
They just-
exactly.
they just don't.
Like there was a time when you could Captain Caveman, you could just walk up and club a broad and take her back to your cave and do her. Like those days existed,
That was back in the 90s, right?
or the 80s, maybe.
Or whatever.
Whatever it was. But nowadays, yeah, if you're dealing with that type of petty bullshit and you're trying to board a plane,
Yeah.
the problem is you. It's not society. Society is moving along just fine, and you're just stuck back in the year 10. Like you're not able to move on and adapt and just like get with the program.
What the fuck would happen? Like you're just sitting in a goddamn
Don't
chair. Are they never allowed to sit next to any other? Like,
Apparently not. I don't know.
you're right. Like she's gonna give him a hand job. She's gonna reach over. Just
And proving the point that some people were born in the wrong century, this with the British monarchy, which I know, Jay, you're a big fan of.
What a waste of money.
Yeah.
the whole
Honest to
monarchy.
God. The whole thing.
Yeah. It
My
is. It is.
Jay.
Yeah. You like the Royals, don't you?
Oh, you love them. Like,
I like the pomp and circumstance, just like Jay. Just like
what do you like more, the pomp or the
Oh,
circumstance?
God. I don't.
Which one? Pick one. You can only pick one.
Probably Palm. but
Yeah, I knew you would.
Well, circumstances overrated.
Why exactly?
I don't know. It just seems like circumstance could happen anywhere. We're having circumstance right here.
It's very
There's no
circumstantial.
pomp. Yeah, there's no pomp going on right now, but plenty of circumstantial stuff.
Pomp is rare.
Like if they start,
Deservedly so. You don't want just pomp everywhere. It's got to be a special occasion.
no, like if the Lions had won tonight, there might have been some pomp and circumstance as I drove down the road. Last night, sorry.
Well, they've got this this woman who's got a lawsuit, Prince Andrew, and he is Elizabeth, the Queen's son, right?
Yeah,
Wow.
is he Charles's brother?
Maybe.
I don't
Yeah.
know the whole tree, but I think it's Charles's brother.
I think so.
Is this the chick though?
Yep.
Ooh,
Would you?
yeah.
She was a gamer too. Who's the?
It's funny how you can tell
The Brit behind her. You can tell she's a Brit, right?
Is that mom in the background?
such a '90s picture. She got the what is it? The hip hugger pants.
The
you know?
midriff showing.
Yeah.
She's saying how she was forced to have sex with Prince Andrew in a sleazy New York hotel room. And she was
Really?
hired.
Do you think that dude's ever been to a sleazy New
I
York
know.
hotel room?
Yeah.
Like,
I think
what's
he's kind of a
sleazy
creep.
for him? 4 Seasons? Really? You think that dude's?
Well, Jay, looks
Like
like you don't have all the
sleazy-
facts of the story. Mike's about to read.
I just don't believe that he's ever been in a sleazy hotel.
I think he's a creep.
Okay, go.
But I don't know. I mean, yeah.
But you
sleazy
can be a
could
creep as a freaking Prince Andrew. You do that creepy shit in the 4 Seasons.
Right. Yeah. Well,
Yeah, right. Maybe it just wasn't the plaza.
she was
Yeah.
hired by this sleazy New York financier, some billionaire. He hired her as a teenage sex slave. Her name's Virginia Roberts. She claimed that billionaire Jeffrey Epstein paid her after her tryst with Andrew here. I was a pedophile's top girl. He was addicted to sex. He started to ask me to entertain his friends. He didn't spell out what I had to do with them. He didn't have to. He trained me up to do whatever a man wanted. She claims that in 2001, when she was 17, Epstein escorted her to the home of this socialite, Ghislaine Maxwell, where she was introduced to Andrew. Ghislaine played one of her favorite guessing games. She asked Andrew how old he thought I was. He guessed 17. They all kind of laughed about it, and this chick made a joke that I was getting too old for Jeffrey. Later, she was driven to dinner in a club with him. And then he got me a cocktail from the bar and then asked me to dance. He was groping me, he touched my breasts, he touched my ass. He was not my type, but I'd been trained not only to not show my emotions, but to do whatever was wanted. About an hour and a half later, we drove to Ghislaine's. They returned to her home where Queen Elizabeth's second son undressed, and he got into a bathtub. He started licking my toes, between my toes. Gross. And the arches of my feet.
What?
It's a creep. What are you going to do?
Stuff, man.
I don't get the foot thing either. Is that her? More pictures of her?
It's not as good. That's all
She doesn't look 17, but yeah. We went to the bedroom. He proceeded to make love to me, so to speak. He wasn't
love?
rude.
Why?
Really,
He
yeah.
wasn't making love.
She says it wasn't rude. It wasn't like rape, but it wasn't like love either.
Well, then why'd she say we made love?
I don't
You
know.
did it.
Take it up with
That's
her.
what
I
you
didn't. I didn't. Say.
Okay.
It was more like I'm getting my business done. I'm pretty sure he didn't use a condom. None of the men ever did. Jeffrey knew I was on the pill in the morning. Ghislaine said, "You did well. He had fun."
Hey, some positive reinforcement at the business.
That's right. She's doing a good job. What's the problem?
Where is it like their supervisor, Jay, to tell them they've done a good job?
Buckingham Palace has come out to say that this is all bullshit, of course.
Wow.
According to Virginia, she was also summoned to Epstein's Manhattan mansion in 2001 and told to escort Andrew to a dungeon-like room used for erotic massages where they had sex on a massage table. Her third and final sexual encounter with Andrew came during an orgy on a private Caribbean island. He directed us with hand gestures to start undressing, and then we were instructed to start kissing and touching and to use sex toys on each other. Sounds like a blast.
Yeah, what's the,
Wish I was there on some private island. This sounds awesome. Jeffrey and the prince were laughing, and then they stripped, and I performed a sex act on Andrew. There was a dinner the next day, and then Andrew was gone.
I mean, does any of that sound surprising of what a friggin' prince would
No.
do? You know what I mean?
Wouldn't you, if you were the prince? I mean,
Yeah.
But what's interesting though, dude, is if she doesn't have that picture with them, and that could be anywhere, that could be anything.
Right. Oh,
If
yeah.
she doesn't have that, you know, what do you?
It's just some girls.
It's just
saying
some
that-
girl saying this, right? You throw a picture of that sprinkling some crazy,
Yeah.
and all of a sudden you've got this story, you know,
Yeah.
this
But
deal run amok with her.
They've had to deal with stories about him being a perv for
Yeah.
forever. Yeah. Yeah. This is not new. But I think it'd be really hard if you never had to do anything in life except just be
Nothing's expected of you.
Yeah. You're just kind
You
of
know,
an heir
he's-
to the throne. You're on the
Charles is the
country's
guy, and
tab.
as soon as Charles had boys, he's out of the mix.
Yeah.
You know,
Yep. So he's just gotta
the monarchy. God, what a
waste.
bunch of bullshit.
I know.
what's your problem with the monarchy?
It's bullshit. It's complete and utter bullshit.
Why is he allowed to just never have to do something?
That's one of the very reasons we are Americans. We left that shit.
Yeah.
You know,
Yeah.
Why would
Spicoli
you be
said
okay
we left
with-
England because it was bogus. You know, it's bullshit. It you know, this family rules. Are you kidding me? And they keep paying for it.
From some
Yeah.
ridiculous bloodline from whatever.
Yeah.
I mean,
This incestuous bloodline going back forever.
Yeah,
for,
really,
even
man.
then, which at the beginning, probably, I mean, who knows? I don't know how it started, but I'm sure it was just whatever, you know, right?
Well, they used to have some sort of power. They really don't have much power.
Right.
They're just an
Complete
in name.
figureheads. And I guess
Yeah.
they do some charitable shit, and that's great.
Whatever. So do
What-
tons of people.
Dude, Jay, if you could sit around all day knowing everything you had paid for, wouldn't you do charity shit too? Like, who cares? You do some. I hope they do.
Yeah.
They don't do
Yeah.
anything else.
Yeah, what's his name came to the States a few weeks ago,
Oh,
right? William.
yeah.
And his
And Kate Middleton.
For this charity of animal abuse or some
yeah,
bullshit.
he met Jay-Z at the Brooklyn Nets game.
Yeah.
It's just weird
And
seeing that.
they got all upset too. There were people all just, oh my, LeBron James put his hand on Kate Middleton's
there's
shoulder.
all sorts of protocol and
It's like,
shit.
get the fuck out of here. What?
The other funny
Really?
thing
What is she gonna burn? Is she gonna melt if LeBron puts his arm around her? Give me a break.
I can't believe you didn't pick up on this one too, because when that was going on, that was right definitely more in the heart of the I can't breath stuff. So people were wearing
Yeah.
the shirts outside, and I saw reports through like, oh, they you know you're here at this turbulent time in America with Ferguson, and you know, but they planned these months ahead of time, so no one would have known that they would be here at this awkward time. Like,
Yeah.
Yeah.
as if they give a fuck about
Yeah.
I can't breath.
Yeah, they're probably like, why are they wearing I can't breath shirts? My goodness.
When do I
Oh,
get one of those?
so
I
the
want to be American
Americans-
too.
Yeah, no, we wouldn't stand for that shit. Although, of course, we'd idolize, you know, celebrities instead. I guess that's their
But you
their
know what?
reality
Right.
show.
Like,
Yeah.
look at dude, I hate Kim Kardashian just honestly probably just as much, if not more than you. But in some sense, she's not given money by the federal government. We're not paying taxes,
Right.
so Kim Kardashian can
Yeah.
be on E! News.
Yeah. You're right. Speaking of Kardashians, is it possible that Bruce Jenner is transitioning into a woman?
Are you? Oh yeah, it's been constant for about a month or so.
I know. We haven't talked about it yet, but
It's creepy.
he's transitioning into a woman.
The once Olympian
It's just weird.
athlete or whatever.
Yeah, the decathlon, right? He was a stud back then.
Yeah.
On the Wheaties box and all that. Yeah.
Yeah.
Wow, does he look strange?
Ugh.
God, he sort of looks like that old man in Poltergeist 2. Freaks
Yeah.
me out. Oh,
just
I
creepy.
hate that guy.
Do you think they were ever like, if he was always had this concept, they must him and Kris Jenner?
Yeah.
I mean,
What a strange psychological thing that is when you start tweaking your face like that and then you just keep going
Yeah.
and going.
Yeah.
You know, to look at prior
It's
pictures
just
and be like,
odd.
wow, you know?
It's just so odd.
Yeah.
They just haven't gotten it right yet.
Mm-mm.
Like, I'm all for wanting to stay young, and I get it, but listen, you're gonna get older. It's just gonna happen. Like, why fight it? That does anybody think that look like? Wow, he
Right.
looks great. He looks
Real
like he's 20 years
natural.
old.
I mean, it just looks like you naturally age.
and then he's like a woman.
Yeah, it's strange, dude.
So weird. Ugh. By the way, we'll go out on this. A couple things actually. Did you hear about this? This happened over the weekend while we were off. This guy, cop showed up Wednesday. This is on Wednesday. So this would have been after our last show.
Yeah.
They showed up at this guy's house. Mario Gomez had called 911 to report something that his brother had done, which was just cut off their mom's head with an axe.
Oh, dude.
Yeah.
Jesus Christ.
Okay.
Well, he had good reason. Before you judge,
Okay, sorry.
I mean,
Sorry.
you don't know.
Right, I didn't know the story.
Yeah, you don't know the story yet. Maybe he was justified in cutting off his mom's head with
Hold
an
on,
axe.
let's soak this in for a moment. Cutting off someone's head with an axe, right?
Oh.
That's not swinging a sword at someone. That's like a hack. That means, you're pushing her to the ground, you're holding her, is it a
Yeah.
hatchet? You're
Right.
holding their head down and you're whacking at it. Well,
Yeah.
Oh,
Do you think it would be better if it was supine, or if
prone or supine?
Prone or supine,
Probably
yeah.
supine.
Oh, gotta be
And she can see it coming, right? You want her to see it coming.
you would?
Well, yeah. If
But
you're
if
that
you were
fucking
if
guy,
you were the
do.
one being decapitated,
No,
would
I'd
you-
rather be prone.
I'd rather be prone as well.
Really?
You'd want to be
You
supine?
want to see it coming, dude?
You'd want it to go this way instead of the
Oh, that way?
yeah.
Yeah, I guess you're right. I'd rather be the other.
God, what a violent, disgusting thing, though. To
So
think
anyway,
about that.
There he is in his mugshot, by the way.
Well, he doesn't look like he did it.
Well, he did admit it, but
Well,
again,
I don't believe him. I don't believe that face,
before you judge,
That's his mugshot?
dude.
yeah, that's his mugshot.
Walking amongst us.
Yep, not anymore. He's in jail.
Plenty else out there.
Yeah. They found her body dumped out on the side of the house and the head was in the garbage can. So he disposed of it. But
Oh, that's nice.
Christian Gomez, his name, he'd fled the scene. He didn't make it far. Cops found him. He's 23. They found him on his bicycle down the street.
God, dude. On his bicycle?
Yeah.
Why not steal a car at that point?
Well, he's not a thief. Come on, E. I mean, he's already got
Dude,
one
think about
felony
this.
he's facing. Is he really
Signing
want
all
to
this
face another
criminal
one?
intent to him.
Think about that. At
Yeah.
23, his life is over.
At 22. Well, you don't know. Maybe there was good reason. We haven't
you're
gotten to
right.
that point.
Sorry,
yet.
I keep judging. I'm sorry. I
Yeah,
keep
stop.
prejudging.
Yeah, you'd be terrible on a
Well,
jury.
I looked at the picture. I heard the story. I don't know.
Well, he admitted to the murder, which is good. At least he's honest. He came clean. He was apparently fed up because his mother was nagging him for 2 days about moving some boxes to the attic.
Well,
That's-
there you go.
I mean,
wow.
Yeah.
That's
Well,
all
we've
I needed
been
to
there,
hear.
right,
Yeah.
Jay? The wife gets
Oh,
on you about the cleaning out the garage or something.
I hope your mom's listening right now, Jay. I hope my mom's listening. E, we know your mom's listening.
I just got yelled at last night. I mean, you never know.
Really? Did you think
No,
at
I
all
don't.
for like a split second about maybe it'd be easier just to take her head off?
Gotta be honest, no.
No,
Not for 1 second.
What'd she nag you about?
taking boxes up to the attic.
All
No.
that spooge on your chest.
No, she
couch.
did not get mad. I don't remember what
Eric, there's seed all over your tummy.
I'm
All
always,
over your tummy.
I'm always getting yelled at for something. I don't even remember anymore, honestly. There's so many things I get yelled at about.
What
so
did you get yelled at for?
I don't remember.
Yes, you do.
So many things he gets yelled at for,
I'm really
When was the last time your parents yelled at you, Jay?
dude.
High school?
Yeah, I gotta think back to when I lived with him.
I don't remember. I
Put me
really
at
can't
about
remember. I think it was something,
92.
I think it was something about I didn't text. I was out too late the night before and I didn't text her to tell her I was staying at my buddy's or something. I don't know.
Tai Chung Gross,
Somebody else.
Chubbs.
Somebody else.
Matt.
And then lastly, did you guys watch? You probably didn't because you don't have cable.
No, I
but
don't have cable at the present moment.
The Florida game over the weekend. Did you see the guy shit his pants?
No.
I did
The
see
running
the
back.
picture of that.
Yeah.
That's-
See
How does
if
this?
K-Dot can
How
pull
does
it.
this not happen more often? The white pants.
Yeah, you're right.
It's a long game.
You're right. I know. I really have often thought about that. You never see anybody walking off the sideline just because you don't have time. Unless you're
You've definitely seen dudes go jogging off and then come back and you're like, well, I took a shit.
Well, like,
Yeah.
but every other sport, like baseball, you can go in that dugout.
Yeah.
Hockey, you could kind of, if you had to, you could go. But football, not really.
There he is, white pants and all.
There he
Oh.
is. They're celebrating. See him there. Now they put a towel around him. Oh, God damn it. Can you get rid of that ad there or no?
It's for sure. Like, there's no question about it.
See that?
Oh, wow.
They
Then
put
he-
a towel around him, and then he went into the locker room and he came back a few minutes later with brand new white pants on.
Can you imagine that he runs the sign and, damn, man, I shit my pants. Somebody help me out.
Yeah.
What would you?
The trainer puts a towel around him. He's like, oh, damn. I remember one day when you might have been with me. We were at Lions camp. I think it was camp. I don't think it was a practice. It might have been a practice. And Russell came over to the sidelines and was like, dude, look at the coach. And it was one of their,
Totally remember that.
you remember
Yes.
that?
Yes.
It was, I don't want to point out which,
I think it was their
one of-
defensive coordinator.
Yeah.
At the time.
He's like, look at his pants, man. He was wearing Lion sweatpants. He's like, he's so intense about what he's doing. He can't even leave the field. And the guy just had like what appeared to be just shit.
Oh yeah.
Oh my god.
Remember that?
Yeah.
And he's just bent over. He's just got his whistle in his mouth. And we're just like, oh my God, he shit his pants. He literally shit his pants.
Wow.
Yeah. This was in the Birmingham Bowl, by the way. They were playing East Carolina. Adam Lane Jr. And that was the one that
Holy fuck.
did that. Yep. Yeah.
I came really close the other day when I was running.
To shitting yourself?
I had to stop and walk. I got to the point where I had to stop and walk. Like, I don't know.
Crawl back up.
No, like if I kept running, I knew it was going to jar.
So did it crawl back up?
No, I freaking got home. When I got into the house, I just didn't take my shoes off. Didn't do it. I just boom, right for the bathroom, dude. Like,
Really? Was it ugly?
Oh yeah, it was fucking. It would have been bad.
Really?
Yeah.
So
It
did you
happened
stop your run early?
I stopped running. I had to start walking because running was too much of a jogging. Like it was gonna jog it.
Jarring it out.
Like it happens so rare. Like it really does happen rare. But
I thought you guys said runners, this happens all the time. You're not very committed, are you?
In a race, but not.
So if it was a race, you would have just let it go?
Man, this one was pretty bad.
Yeah.
It would depend on what my time was. It would depend. If I was barely in front of our boy or whatever, and I you know, like if this was in April,
Adam, yeah,
and I was barely in front of him, I wouldn't stop for it.
Really?
Adam, who's training in altitude
Right.
now,
Yeah.
while you're drinking with
I know.
chicks.
Chubs and Tai Chung
Yeah, what are
Joes,
you gonna do? I'll
black chicks.
Yeah. No, but yeah, I just had one the other day where it was one of those things where I was in the neighborhood and I was like, oh my God, I have to freaking go. But you're at that point, I can't get any closer. Like, it's not like I'm at a place where I could have cut a loop off. Like, I was at a point where I had to.
So you've got about 12 weeks left until your marathon. So you've got to be pretty serious at this point, right? I mean, you got to be thinking about getting pretty serious.
Yeah.
Yeah, like 16 weeks.
Yeah.
16 weeks. You ready to go? Could you race today if you?
No. Not
No.
close.
Where are we at, E?
Horrible.
Does he still look doughy to you?
He looks supple, to say the least.
Way out of shape.
Really?
The holidays. did
What's
not treat
going
him
on,
well.
E? See, this is the problem with getting older. It gets harder to get in shape.
Yeah, that's what the problem is.
Yep.
31
Sucks.
years old.
30.
30 point. What can we get?
Yeah, I don't have that with me, but right, we're 30.8.
Yeah, we're in
Probably
the year of my
9,
birth
721.
now. Like, we're in the year of it.
Yeah,
So.
Yeah.
You're fucked.
Do we have any good email, by the
We
way?
have some emails, sir.
We do.
Ryan writes in, hey guys, my girlfriend and I love your show and listen to every episode. We are currently on vacation in Mexico, both visiting her family and being tourist dinks. It's been a blast, and I've been wearing my TDC polo to a few of the awesome sites we have gone to and talked about your show to anyone who has. So thank you, Ryan and Anna. Let's see if I can. Did you see this one, Mike? Ryan and Anna had some nice. Fuck. Yeah, this is good radio. Sorry.
What do you got? Oh, I think I did see the
You
pictures.
saw those? Okay. Yeah, good ones. We'll pull those. We'll throw one on the post. Yeah, I believe it's him in front of Chichen Itza.
I think you're right.
Yeah.
Yep. I recognize it.
Yeah, famous
been
landmarks there. Yeah. You climbed Chichen Itza, did you?
No, it was roped off.
Okay.
Used to be able to.
Tom writes in, and this follows up on the Lewis Black Shathid thing. Remember this?
Oh, yeah.
So
yeah.
Tom originally wrote in and said that his sister had a case where a lady's son was named Shathid.
Right.
And we laughed about that, the fact that you would name your kid
Shithead. Right.
And then Noel wrote in and called him out and said, dude, that's a Lewis Black bit. And he was trying to be respectful. He's like, with all due respect, that's
Well, I don't know if respect is the word. He was kind of calling him out.
All right. So Tom writes back, I just finished listening to number 251 where some pud thumper named Noel was trying to respectfully call me out, saying I lifted a bit from Lewis Black. First of all, I've never seen a show of his in my life. He could be standing next to me. I wouldn't have a clue who he was. Like I said in my original email, my sister-in-law, not sister, as Noel said, works for social services. A large percentage of her clients are African-American, with a lot of them having unusual names. Not to say that white people can't have stupid names too. It's very true. Anyway, a lot of her clients are lifers, as she deals with them for a long time. I heard Shathid's name come up dozens of times. When she first mentioned the name, I didn't believe her, so she took a picture of the file with her phone. I mean, what's better than a picture?
Yeah.
His name was only one of many fucked up names I've heard over the years. I take offense that it was said that I pilfered the story.
Oof.
Sir Noel, is it out of the realm of possibility that out of the billions and billions of people walking the globe, there would be people named Shathid?
Shithead.
Because you heard the name in a comic bit doesn't mean that I stole it. Normally, I would reserve the space to tell E to eat a bag of dry stalks, but instead I'll say, Noel, eat a blue waffle.
Ooh,
Oh,
that's a shot.
that's harsh.
That's a
Don't
shot.
pull a blue waffle.
No, and don't Google it. That's an order. Do not Google that
Don't
shit.
do that.
No. Do not Google image blue waffle.
You know, Aaron checked in.
By the way, over the years, I remember, what was the one your mom, was it your mom?
Clitoris.
Was it Clitoris?
Yeah.
People have called me out for that. Said, "Oh, that's bullshit.
No.
That's a bit."
It's my aunt, actually.
It was your aunt,
Yeah.
and there was a clitoris,
Yeah.
clitoris. Yeah, but people will
It's
say
a
that
beautiful name.
because what was the other one that's gone around? Lamangelo and Orangelo. Those
Never heard
names
that.
were around forever. Yeah, but people oftentimes will.
True.
I'm telling you, if I could figure out
We've
a way
talked
to
about
have
that.
twins, because I have to have twins to call them Vagina and Penis. Those are going to be my kids, but I can't promise that I would have twins, so that's why I don't have them.
Speaking of that, I haven't seen Beth since she gave me my Christmas gift,
Mhm.
but it has to do with a beautiful artist rendering of.
She was worried that it would be stuck in your car forever. That Gab
No.
wouldn't. That
I'm
Gab
not
would
sure
not
exactly
find.
where I'm going to put it. What you describe it? It's two plants.
It's two plants that have been altered. She took an aloe vera plant and
It an aloe vulva.
an aloe vulva, yes, and put a bean on it, and it looks like a pussy. It looks like, what are you gonna do?
Right,
It looks like
I
a
know.
vagine. It was for a course she had in
tiptoe
college.
around on this thing. You just,
I know. And then what was the penis one?
I don't
She-
remember the stated name, but it's
There was a plant that had some
Like
sort
a
of features, and then she
scientific-
altered it to look like a dick and balls on it.
definitely
So-
does. Yeah.
Yeah, so it looks like a vagina and a dick and ball set. And it was for
Even to an untrained eye, it jumps
Yes.
out at you. But it's well done. It's really kind of a neat.
it's kind of an artistic,
Yeah.
creepy
And
look.
so I came over here and I was admiring yours,
I got it for Christmas.
and you must
Framed.
have passed that on to Beth. That I was really admiring.
did.
that. And so she gave me
There
her
are
other.
3 prints of that in the world.
Yeah, I own one.
You own one, I own one, and she has one more in unframed fashion.
Yeah. So now that we've made everyone jealous out there.
Yep.
Aaron writes in, after listening to the best of shows, a clip came up from the week cult leader was out. Aha, yes,
Oh.
you did. Would you put shirtless runner guy?
yeah, that was just an email. That was just
Yeah, shirtless runner guy happened when Mike was not here. I was reminded how amazing those shows were.
Oh,
Well, I should just take some more time off if that's better for the show.
Well,
I-
I think that's where we're going.
yeah, it sounds
see.
like it. If I'm a hindrance to the show or
Yeah.
a burden in any way,
A bit of an
I
obstacle,
don't want
I'd
to be.
say. I mean, not a little bump in the road, but
you
we
just
get
slide
over
on
it.
over, right?
Yeah, Eric and I kind of,
You did
we massage the show so that it works. You know, I mean, we deal with it.
You did look comfortable in this chair. I got to be honest with you. So maybe I'll just take some time off and let you
Aaron
guys do your
says,
thing.
Aaron agrees. I was reminded how amazing those shows were, not only for their content, but
He
also
is such a dick. Aaron is a dick. He's a shit stirrer.
he is a shit stirrer.
Yeah.
He says, but also because Jay, having literally just getting into the radio game, pulled off 5 great shows. Eric was there too, and used that time to shine again as
Oof.
co-host instead of his normal producer duties. Producer duties.
That's hilarious.
That's the funniest thing in this email. Would it be possible to appropriate some of that Kickstarter money to send the cult leader away for a few days?
Yeah.
Keep Beth around so we can hear more about her privileged life, and so some listener named Rizzo, as memory serves,
Oh my
can
god.
come after 30 seconds. Remember that, where he's like, "Oh, keep talking, Beth. I just need
Oh, yeah,
30
yeah,
seconds."
Yeah, you creeps, by the way. We were looking at the YouTube videos from over the last year, and it was like every video's got a certain amount of views, and then you get to the one where Beth sat in
5
when I was
times
here.
as
It was
many.
like 5 times as many views. It's like all these swinging dicks are like, chicks talking. Let's see what she looks like.
Yeah, really. So
I would do the same thing.
I know, so would I, but
Aaron suggests perhaps send Mike to a different studio to make an album of covers. There's an idea. He could
Never sing it again.
He
Never.
should keep it. He should keep singing. It is good stuff. Or better yet, send Mike to do an internship in a professional office and see how quick he gets fired.
Oh, day one. I would.
3 hours.
Yeah.
You
Yeah.
get
It
so
wouldn't take
bored
much.
after 10 minutes. You'd be like, no, is this how really? This is how
Yeah.
normal jobs are? Yeah, it wouldn't work, dude.
Yeah.
Would not work. All right, let's save the other ones for tomorrow.
All right. Well, welcome back. It's good to be back.
It is.
I was kind of bored with all that time off. Apparently, I'm going to take some more time off, but
to do your album covers.
And Gary, Lisa, Dan, thank you guys so much for coming by. I hope you had a good time, and thank you so much for the support. It's been awesome, and we really, really appreciate it. Thank you for the cookies, the T-shirts. We got some new Harley Davidson T-shirts.
Hell yeah.
None for E though. But thank you guys so much, and yeah, it means the world to have the support from people. So thank you guys. Do we have any reads to do, Jay? I don't know if we did. Just the Zot one. Let's see. They want us to mention their pull ahead. DetroitCast listener Lisa will get you out of your leases early with no penalties. They'll take your trade even if you owe more than it's worth. And they'll continue to give all DetroitCast listeners the friends and family discount, just like they did for Beth, through January. In addition, the auto show is right around the corner, which means there are great deals on leasing or buying your new Ford from Zott, SZOTT. So check them out at zottford.com. And
thanks to the listeners who have been in recently. We've gotten some feedback that there's been quite a bit of contact. So that's great.
Yeah, it's awesome. It means everything. So hopefully Zott's with us for a lot longer and just starting the new year, which is good. And yeah, why don't we kill it there for a day? But and it'll be a regular week, right? I'm
Yes,
not going to
sir.
do 3 days and be off. So yeah,
No more of E's best ofs.
no more E's best ofs. Yeah. Well, have a good rest of the day, everybody. Continue sharing the show. It really does help. I know we say that a lot, but it really does help as we try and get the show out there. And look for a commercial too. We've got a commercial that's going to start airing.
Did you give final approval of that, Mike? I know.
No, it's been really hard to. Everybody's been off, so I'll go by there tomorrow. And
some more voice work.
Oh God, no voice work. Fuck. Ugh. Anyway, look for it though. It's going to be airing on all the cable shit in Detroit.
So Jay will see it.
Yeah,
That's
we'll
the
have to
irony of this.
TiVo it and
Show him what it
show
looks
for you.
like.
Yeah.
Mail me one.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So heads up for that. It should start airing here shortly. And with that, we'll call it a day. Thanks everybody for checking out the show, and we'll see you tomorrow for an all-new Tuesday edition of the Detroit Cast.
You've been listening to the Detroit Cast with your hosts, Mike and Jay. From all of us at Radio for One Studios, thank you for listening. And as always, thank you, Detroit.
Listen to God, watch you grow. You know not what remains shallow. All your